The story begins in one of the 10 great holy lands, the supreme sword sect of the Wei dynasty. At this moment, a young man is sitting in meditation at a high level. Around him are 3 unspecified individuals watching intently. This young man, sitting in meditation with a serious expression, is the eldest disciple of the supreme sword sect, the son of 10 county princesses of the Wei dynasty, Su Chongqing. A few guys from the news stood outside discussing. Grand senior brother is so young yet has already broken through to the half stage of yuaning. The other one, looking tense, responded, he is a celestial sword body, and with such a good father, his achievements are merely due to a fortunate reincarnation. The last guy from the news, holding a sword, advanced and shouted, does he think that he can do whatever he wants just like that? Today he leveled up because he stole my step-climbing grass. A person like him, who bullies the weak for personal gain, is not worthy of cultivation at the supreme sword sect, where our saints emerge. With that, he immediately used teleportation. Today I will carry out justice on behalf of heaven and cleanse the sect. He struck Su Chongqing with a beautifully executed sword strike. He then raised his voice to the maximum, go die. Instantly, Su Chongqing's handsome face began to grimace. His entire body started to blaze with red flames. The 2 useless ones began to panic but could do nothing. At that crucial moment, being interrupted was indeed a painful retribution. He won't overdo it, will he? They covered their faces. Damn, he is overdoing it. Immediately, spiritual energy surrounded Chongqing, pushing the 3 news guys far away. Seeing Chongqing's pale face and blood dripping from his mouth, they shouted, someone, hurry and call an ambulance, it seems that the grand senior brother is about to die. Shortly after, a doctor arrived to administer spiritual energy to Chongqing. The doctor's face was sweaty as he reported, we have done our best, Su Chongqing's foundation has been ruined, his cultivation has dissipated, and he can no longer practice. Take him to the Commandery Prince's residence. Switching scenes to nighttime, at the Commandery Prince's residence, in Su Chongqing's room. By this time, Chongqing had regained consciousness and picked up a mirror from the table. As soon as he looked into the mirror, he was startled, not believing how handsome he was. I'm shocked, indeed, this unfamiliar yet familiar face means I have truly crossed over. He held his face in despair and gaped, crossing over is one thing, but why did I have to end up as someone like this? Looking back at Chongqing's past, this Su Chongqing was not only handsome but also of noble status, possessing outstanding talent in cultivation. However, with such a promising start, he did not follow the righteous path but engaged in all sorts of evil deeds. He not only bullied others with his power but also trampled on them. Su Chongqing knelt down helplessly. I can't believe I've been crossed over into the body of such a supervillain. Isn't this a cannon fodder character? I was a good young man in my previous life, how did I end up as a villain after reincarnation? He swallowed hard, and worse came to worse. He channeled his spiritual energy into his hand to test his martial arts. The host's home has offended quite a number of people, and now news of the overdue has spread. I must find a way to protect myself. A glimmer of spiritual energy appeared, making him as happy as a festive celebration. It's spiritual energy, I can still save myself. But hope was quickly extinguished as the ball of spiritual energy gradually vanished. Ah, damn it, how unfortunate. He grimaced in pain, spitting out some water. The sword body has been ruined, and my cultivation is nearly gone. If my enemies come, won't I be doomed? Suddenly, a pair of long legs kicked down the door of the room. Oh damn, could it really be an enemy? Without waiting for anything else, a tall girl with an impressive figure strode in vigorously. Su Chongqing turned to glance nervously, sweating, looking at this momentum, the person coming is not friendly. Su Chongqing suddenly realized something. His gaze began to fixate on the girl as if he could see through her heart. What is this? Why is it like this? I can see the plot on her. This girl has been the brightest existence in the Zhao clan since she was little. The young girl was boasting to her father that she could control the spirit flame. Ha ha ha, she is indeed my daughter, the #1 genius of our Xiao clan. Because of the immense power of her family, she even had the qualification to be betrothed to the genius crown prince of the Commandery Prince's residence. Does you heir wish to marry the crown prince of the 10 county princesses? With parental matchmaking, the daughter is willing. But things did not go as expected. During one cultivation session, the young girl lost her initial cultivation. People began to gossip incessantly. Isn't this our Zhao clan's #1 genius? Why has she lost all her spiritual energy now? #1 genius. I see her as the #1 useless person. Ha ha ha. But the most devastating thing for the girl was that her fiancé personally came to repudiate her. You are not worthy of being the top disciple of my supreme sword sect. However, from that day on, the girl's cultivation began to rise again. When the fiancé returned to the dynasty, she stormed into the commandery prince's residence to take revenge on the scumbag. The young girl was all alone, eventually beaten badly by the guards and thrown out of the commandery prince's residence. She died inside, feeling wronged, and jumped into a ravine to end her life. Just when she was hanging by a thread, an unnamed empress appeared from her side and saved her. Under the guidance of the empress, the girl became extraordinarily strong and turned her fiancé into a cauldron for her to use as she pleased. This girl's name is Xiao Seiu. Chongqing crossed his arms and, while laughing, said, "Haha, this plot is too familiar. Isn't this fiancé just cannon fodder, like the one who gets slapped by the male lead in those online novels? If the path is unclear." As soon as he finished speaking, Chongqing sensed something was off. Wait, Xiao Seiu, why does this name sound so familiar? He fell back as he realized he was the fiancé being dragged along with a collar around his neck. Oh no, could it be? Isn't this cannon fodder me? I remember now, previously, the host's home really abandoned Xiao Seiu due to her loss of cultivation. Now that I've returned to the dynasty, she's come for revenge. Seiyu called out to Su Chongqing and raised her sword, asking for a drop of blood from Chongqing. I currently have no spiritual energy at all. But if I call my guardian to protect me, everything will really develop in that direction. Instead of following the storyline and ultimately becoming a cauldron, I'd rather take the gamble. Xiao Seiyu started to laugh like the Joker and asked Chongqing, why don't you dodge? Do you think the me now will let you continue to bully me? And he didn't even realize that he had become such a useless person that he couldn't even dodge. Or do you think I wouldn't dare to kill you? With bitter tears soaking her cheeks, she yelled while crying. There's no one in this world who loves me anymore, I have nothing left, so why should I be afraid of you? Seeing that Xiao Seiyu didn't actually strike hard and only left a small scratch, Chongqing thought, she actually cares about this? Then he pushed the sword away with his hand and acted like it was a Korean drama. Xiao Seiyu, I absolutely won't dodge your sword, it's all because of you, the one I love the most, making Xiao Seiyu's cheeks flush in confusion like a rhino. Huh, what did you just say? She realized that although Su Chongqing had done many bad things in the past, he never avoided them. Even if others hold grudges, he has never held back. Unlike those who lie to survive, what does his words mean? Suddenly, one of Chongqing's guards sensed something was wrong. He pushed the door open and shouted, Crown Prince. But the door wasn't locked, and he was shocked by the scene before him. Crown Prince, what is going on here? The sight of his Crown Prince eating in secret without inviting anyone, Su Chongqing was holding Seiyu, turning to him with an angry look. This young master and his fiancée are on a date, a servant like you dares to disturb us. After that, he bowed and apologized to the Crown Prince, I have disturbed you. He quickly turned away, grumbling as he left. Indeed, the tyrant knows how to play. Now that he's become a useless person, he still has the interest in courting girls. TSK. Su Chongqing was flabbergasted, unable to believe he had acted so well. Huh? Leaving decisively like that? Shouldn't he be secretly guarding outside the door? But fortunately, Xiao Seiyu's reaction matched his thoughts. In this romantic atmosphere, Seiyu became serious again. You just said that everything you do is because you love me the most. Of course. As soon as Seiyu finished speaking, she immediately grabbed Chongqing's hand and looked up, throwing 1,000 questions at Su Chongqing. In front of my clan members, is it for my own good to repudiate me? That day, my father pleaded with you to discuss it privately, but you refused, claiming my bottomless greed was for my own good? Facing these questions, Chongqing affirmed it was true. All true. When I was bathing, you stood outside the door saying you wanted to help me with a massage and change my clothes. Was that for my own good? Upon hearing this, Chongqing was taken aback. Huh? Was that also the case? Seiyu then turned her face as quickly as an ex-lover would, drew her sword, and demanded some blood before shouting loudly, "Deceiver, you still say that? Dating your fiancé, I haven't been your fiancé for a long time. If you truly loved me, how could you be so heartless? On the night I broke off our engagement, wasn't your cultivation from mortal to third level of refined chi?" Seiyu's eyes were filled with surprise as she replied, "You? How do you know?" Chongqing shouted back, "Of course I know, because that was my goal all along for breaking off the engagement. Just remember, since that day, hasn't someone been calling your name in dreams every night? You were spying on me. No, could those dreams have been created by you? Of course, I can't explain my golden finger to her. At this moment, I should pretend to be profound." Chongqing looked at the ring on Seiyu's hand and wondered, if not unexpectedly, then the Empress in that ring has already noticed me. Chongqing held Seiyu's hand, stared at the sword, and said, "There is a saying that extreme things will reverse, being too eager can lead to failure. Do you know?" Before he could finish his sentence, Seiyu suddenly dropped the sword and sulked. "I don't understand, how am I supposed to understand? Ever since I became a useless person, no one has loved me for 3 years. Your broken engagement forced me into a desperate situation. I no longer want to live in this world filled with malice." Chongqing pulled Seiyu close, hugged her, and said, "Don't be sad, leaving them behind, you still have me, you heir, whom I love the most. Everything that has happened is in the past, and in the future, we will protect each other. To avoid becoming a Yandra cauldron, that's all I could say." Seiyu was moved to tears. "Really? You're not lying to me, are you?" "Of course not, why would I lie to you?" Chongqing took her hand and stared at Seiyu, saying, "Go back and disperse everyone, she will come to meet you. After all, she no longer has a reason to hide anymore. After you return, you will understand everything." "All right, I trust you." Then, she picked up the sword and pointed it straight at Chongqing, saying, "But if you lie to me, even if you escape to the Supreme Sword Sect, protected by that old woman, I will kill you at all costs." As soon as she finished speaking, Seiyu walked away. As soon as Chongqing escaped from death, he sat down abruptly on the ground, thinking, "Phew, this scary Yandra girl is finally gone. Thankfully I'm a good actor, otherwise, would have really been done for." The guard quickly came in to eavesdrop. "Crown Prince, are you okay? So you haven't left? I'm sorry for what I said to you earlier, I hope you don't hold it against me." This guy was so startled that he cursed. Damn it, the Crown Prince is crazy, and he apologized to a servant. He never does that. He waved his hand and replied, "No, it's nothing, then I'll take my leave." What's wrong with the Crown Prince today? It's like he's become a different person. Scene transition at Zhao Mansion. At this moment, Seiyu is strolling through the bustling streets when some extras mockingly insult her. Zhao Zhe has broken through to the Golden Elixir middle stage, truly impressive. Zhao Xian is also valued by the mountain-breaking sect, rumored to be preparing for a yuaning promotion before turning 30. Keep your voice down, the Lady Patriarch is coming this way. I'm just telling the useless person so she knows what distance really means. But disregarding them, her mind is only focused on earlier events. 3 years, I've had enough. Chongqing, you better not deceive me, or I will cut ties. Upon returning to her room, a maid comes to greet her. Lady, the bathing water is ready. Okay, you all can leave now. Without a bathing scene for the viewers, Seiyu hurriedly begins to cultivate. Cultivating still looks like this. I can only trust Chongqing now. She glances around to see if anyone is there, then calls out, Senior, please reveal yourself, Senior. Not hearing a response, Seiyu wipes away her tears and shouts, Chongqing, how dare you deceive me? Everything you said about love is a lie, even if I consume the absolute meridian pill, I will end everything with you. Holding the pill in her hand, Seiyu cries and thinks, it seems he was right, being too eager is counterproductive. Then suddenly the ring on her hand radiated spiritual energy. Immediately, a residual soul emitted a light and appeared. I used the supreme technique to conceal myself in this ring, waiting for a descendant with the heavenly emperor's veins to awaken. I originally wanted to refine the body for a while longer, but he saw through me, and my intentions were too obvious. This was my mistake. It's truly time for me to meet you. The supreme technique? Body refining? So you have dispelled my spiritual energy cultivation. Everything I do is for you. Wait, you just said he saw through you. Of course, it's that young man from the commandery prince's residence. I didn't expect he had seen through my existence long ago. The so-called engagement was also coordinated with me. Could it be that he overdid it by pretending? Did he lure you in to insinuate to me while alone? Being able to sense my existence, calculating everything, this person's true strength must be terrifyingly powerful. Seiyu suddenly blushed and shyly said, Su Chongqing hasn't deceived me. Does he really love me? The residual soul then raised its hand full of spiritual energy and said, I am venerable one by chap, honored by the emperor to serve as a subordinate, and therefore must assist the descendant of that person in awakening the veins. After speaking, residual soul immediately struck Seiyu with a full-topping palm strike. Then, raising both hands, he transmitted spiritual energy to her. The lowly spiritual energy of that inferior skill cannot possibly be worthy of merging with your spiritual mind. The Bai Emperor's longevity technique is your true home. Veins awaken, Yuaning gather. The scene shifts to the Zhao family conference room. Here, 5 people are whispering about Seiyu. Patriarch, you should give up on your daughter. Zhao Zhe and Zhao Xian are worth cultivating more. Those resources cannot be entrusted to that useless person. Immediately, Patriarch Zhao Hui, father of Xiao Seiu, spoke up, there is no need for your concern regarding you heir for the time being. The Grand Elder quickly chimed in, Tisk Tsk, Patriarch, don't you know? Tonight she secretly went to the commandery prince's residence. If this gets out, the Zhao family will become a laughingstock in the royal city. The second elder added, have you seen Su Chongqing's state? Does she really think she can partner with him? Ha ha ha. Outside, suddenly, a huge burst of energy shot straight up into the sky, startling the 2 guards. It's an omen. Someone in the estate has broken through to Yuaning. Everyone in the room rushed outside. Is that Xiao Seiyu's room? She has broken through to Yuaning. How is that possible? The old men were in a panic. Wow. It really is Seiyu, she's only 18 years old. Yuaning at 18 years old? There aren't many people in Dawei, no, in the human clan who can do that. Seiyu's father beamed with joy. The white phoenix of the Zhao clan has finally returned. Congratulations, lady, on reaching Yuaning. Congratulations, congratulations, our Zhao family is making a comeback this time. A moment later, as soon as Seiyu broke through to Yuaning, she stepped out of the room with eyes full of knowledge, experience, and insight. In front of Seiyu, many young people hurried over to congratulate her. Congratulations, Lady Seiyu, on reaching Yuaning. This time, you can slap Su Chongqing in the face. He is now a useless person, unworthy of you. Upon hearing this, Seiyu replied firmly, do not speak ill of him. If I had not met Su Chongqing today, I wouldn't know how much longer I would have to endure. From today onward, my only husband, Xiao Seiu, is Su Chongqing. Everyone there, including Seiyu's father, was left agape in confusion. Why is that? Seiyu immediately placed her hands on her chest, shyly replying. Because he likes and subscribes to my stories, loves me, and I love him too. In the early morning at the Su residence, the entire Su family came to find Chongqing. Su Chongqing felt shy under the gazes of everyone. Maybe they want me to have a bowl of rice, I should make my younger brother have a bowl of porridge, right? Su Chongqing's father, the Su commandery prince, neatly groomed with a beard, asked the butler, hey, how should we comfort Chongqing? Why not just be straightforward, big brother? As soon as the butler finished speaking, everyone panicked. That won't do, Chongqing will flip the table. His sword body has been destroyed, he won't kill that person, will he? Given his temperament, he might burn the commandery prince's residence. I think he might beat everyone to death. Chongqing, overhearing their conversation, slurped his soup while thinking. I can't continue this meal any longer. Eating like this, I might choke to death. I've finished eating, thank you. If nothing's up, I'll go rest in my room now. Then he immediately stood up, leaving everyone astonished. The whole group panicked as if they were being interrogated by a fid stick. Ah, Chongqing just said thank you. Mutated, it's definitely mutated. How does the boy know to say something like that? Yesterday's game was so intense, are you still not awake? Strange. Really strange. The group yelled at Chongqing to just keep being mischievous, since his elders would take care of him at home. Son, even though you just overdid it, and the heart realm has undergone changes, you don't need to be so restrained. That's right, even if your sword body is ruined, you are still the crown prince's commandery prince. Just do whatever you want, what's there to fear? If some blind fool dares to cause trouble for you, we'll directly eliminate him, uprooting him entirely. Seeing their reactions, Su Chongqing was speechless. No wonder the host's home has this attitude. These relatives are just pouring oil on the fire. Saying such negative things in front of so many people, is it not enough to label myself with red flags? No, don't do minor evil deeds. The elders, please don't indulge Chongqing like this anymore. Chongqing's father was left aghast, thinking, don't do minor evil deeds, is this something my son can say? Just then, a girl carrying tea stumbled and fell straight into Chongqing. He seized the moment to flirt with her in front of everyone. Are you alright? Beautiful. The whole group was thrown into a panic. Damn it, am I seeing things? Chongqing, help her. Shouldn't he have avoided and then come forward to humiliate this young lady? Doesn't he always think of servants as despicable beings? Please, I'm sorry Crown Prince, I'm fine, it's just my clothes are dirty, I can change into another outfit. It's good if you're fine. The maid's eyes sparkled with desire. I usually hear about the infamous reputation of the Crown Prince, sick and twisted, a hentai 3 dots. But I have never encountered the real person. I didn't expect that the Crown Prince would treat others so gently and politely. And he's even a top handsome guy of the server. Then she hurriedly ran away. Sorry, I will definitely handle it later. Child, why are you doing things like this today? Isn't this a normal reaction? Why are the elders so surprised? Go change your clothes first. The old man could only watch his son leave, feeling helpless. These behaviors are normal when placed on others, but completely unusual when placed on you. That evening, in Chongqing's room, he was sitting and reading a knowledge book when he heard a voice from outside. Senior, it's me, come in. Seiu entered with her hands clasped in respect, saying, Senior, I won't fail the mission. Her appearance and demeanor were completely different from before. The Empress was indeed extraordinary, changing how she addressed him to Senior. It seems that she and that Empress are quite in tune with each other. Seiyu heard the hot words and immediately put on a serious face. Indeed, he knows of Emperor's existence. Someone of Su Chongqing's level personally makes tea for me. It seems his heart is directed towards me. I wonder what realm this person has reached. Asking directly would surely raise suspicion. Better to. So now you have reached the realm I expected, haven't you? I was born with a sword body, refined chi at 6 years old, established foundation at 8, golden elixir at 10, breaking the record of the Dawei dynasty. I wonder if Xiao Seiu can break my record. After that, Seiyu's cheeks turned red as she bowed her head and gently said, Junior is foolish. Even with such guidance from Senior, I can only barely break through to early Yuaning, disappointing Senior. Chongqing appeared calm on the outside, but inside he was terrified to the point of wetting his pants. Yuaning. A night with Yuaning, if I slip up, I could end up dead. Su Chongqing began to showcase his acting skills, very well done, although still a bit short of my expectations. The true chosen one of fate is frightening like this. I absolutely must not show any hesitation. I also know I can disappoint you. Then, she sat down, revealing her ample bosom and slender legs. So to guide me better, and to ensure Chongqing doesn't associate with other women, she stood up, holding Chongqing's face, proposing to remarry. I absolutely cannot give up on this potential. Remarry? Sure. Suddenly, the skill to foresee the script activated. What's this? The plugin has been activated. Is this the future after I comply? Seiyu appeared in front of him, displaying a graceful posture. Husband, you are so impressive. An image of the newlywed couple engaging on the bed appeared. Madam, how about we take a break? No way, 10 more rounds, Otherwise, you will look for another woman. I never had that thought. I want to make it so that even if you have that thought in your heart, you still cannot act on it. In the future a few years later, Chongqing looked completely exhausted, almost like a frail skeleton. Returning to the present, Chongqing was a bit afraid of this answer. If I agree, will it lead to this outcome? This woman is really terrifying. Chongqing, you agree with me, right? If remarriage is possible, then fine, but thinking it over, I feel like this won't happen again. Is this the future after I refuse? If Su Chongqing declined, he would immediately be imprisoned in the dungeon. The one locking him up would be Seiyu. Today's lecture has ended, and the rest of this evening belongs to us. Chongqing, if you don't want to be my husband, then let's stay underground together for life. And this ending was even more tragic. Not only was he beaten, but the poor boy was also tormented, and the consequences of refusing were worse than agreeing. Back in the present, faced with Seiyu's question, Chongqing could only stutter a response. Chongqing. You just said you thought it over and then felt what? Both advance and retreat lead to death, so what now? Chongqing, I am waiting for your answer. Do you want to know my answer? Yes. Then get out of here. Su Chongqing stepped past Seiyu, her astonishment clear. Xiao Seiyu, I am very disappointed in you. If you're worried about progressing or regressing, it's better to deceive and move on. Chongqing, why is that? I pointed out your facade, yet regrettably, you still do not understand. She grabbed Chongqing by the collar and shouted, Chongqing, I don't understand. What do you mean by that? Do you no longer love me? If you cannot ascend the throne, how can I love you? Chongqing leaned close to Seiyu romantically and said, do you know that I will not grow old and I will not die, but you are different. You must know that even an immortal cannot defy the inevitability of demise. Self-praising to keep her from climbing too high. Immortal and unaging, huh? As soon as she finished speaking, the residual soul by Chap appeared. He is right, an immortal truly cannot resist the passage of time. Seiyu, when you awaken, did you not feel a wall blocking you? If he truly is immortal and unaging, perhaps he could help you break through that wall. Chongqing, I received the inheritance of the Bai Emperor, yet I feel unable to fully merge with it. Do you know why? Such a profound issue, and even immortals in the human body do not know. How can we know? Damn, I have no other choice, I have to keep lying. Su Chongqing immediately turned to look up at the film. The path of cultivation is vast and profound. Receiving inheritance is merely a small first step on the journey of 1,000 miles. Just a small first step. That's right, even the great emperor does not know the final destination. After that, Seiyu sadly lowered her voice, the immortal path is so difficult. What if I fail to ascend to great emperor and fall along the way, what will you do? Our Su Chongqing also knew to seize the opportunity, he turned around and shouted loudly, I won't allow you to speak such misfortune. With me protecting you, that will absolutely not happen. I have so many enemies, and still waiting for you to help me block them. Really, if you were to fall, I fear I won't live long either. That statement is from the heart, if you die, I'll die right away too. Seiyu was confused, what does that mean? Aren't you supposed to be immortal? Seiyu looked into Chongqing's disappointed eyes and suddenly realized. So is he wanting to be devoted? I understand now. Immediately, a huge stream of spiritual energy surrounded Seiyu. After that, an aura shot straight up into the sky, causing everyone in the Zhao mansion to panic. What is happening? Why is there such a huge fluctuation? It's so terrifying, it must be the aura of a Yuan in great power. Yuaning? Could it be that Xiao Seiyu has broken through? This is bad. This enormous aura also affected the Zhao mansion. The Seiyu family members exclaimed, it's the aura of the lady, she went out for just one night and has already broken through to the Yuaning middle stage. What kind of methods does Su Chongqing have? Unless it's the miraculous effect brought by dual cultivation. Switching scenes to Su Chongqing's room. This chosen child is indeed different. I've been cultivating for 20 years and haven't even touched the door of Yuaning, yet she has reached the Yuaning middle stage in the blink of an eye. Chongqing felt very envious. After the excitement, Seiyu hugged Chongqing joyfully and said, Chongqing, I understand the pointers you gave me, thank you. You understand? What pointers did I give? I don't even know myself. Seiyu's face flushed with joy, promising to become a great emperor for Chongqing, ultimately aiming to break through the heavenly realm together. The strange future has yet to appear, it seems I have passed this trial. After saying that, Seiyu immediately ran away. Indeed, women take the cake without paying. The residual soul by Chap appeared and asked Seiyu, "What did you realize earlier?" Seiyu imagined a future with a house and children, saying, "That is love." Chongqing, immortal and unaging, can still sacrifice his feelings for me. It made me understand that loving him is more important than inheritance, and then I broke through. Chongqing, I won't let you down. Meanwhile, Chongqing went through the trial of death once more and collapsed into a chair. I've passed Xiao Seiyu's trial, so I shouldn't worry about my life for the time being, but this only treats the symptoms, not the root cause. I need to think of a way to restore my combat power. Then his hands immediately began to glow. Huh, what is this? Spiritual energy. Why do I suddenly have spiritual energy? He was so excited that he raised his hands to the sky like he was high on drugs. I can cultivate again. Suddenly, Su Chongqing's skill appeared, pulling him into darkness. Is it the storyline again? But I haven't done anything yet. A manual like the Lai Shen Palm has appeared. The Bai Emperor Immortal Technique can cultivate the sword body. This is the Bai Emperor Immortal Technique of Xiao Seiyu. Why has a reward suddenly appeared? Clearly, it wasn't there yesterday. Unlike yesterday, he realized he had stumbled upon the fact that Xiao Seiyu had broken through to a new realm. On the second morning at Zhao Mansion, everyone was gathering in the room to discuss the incident from the night before. Zhao Zhe, have you asked? Did Seiyu duel cultivate with Su Chongqing to break through? Is his thing big? Patriarch, I asked, but she slapped me and closed the door. Suddenly, the group started cursing, feeling guilty like that. Clearly Zhao Zhe hit the nail on the head. That's right. Many people are spreading rumors that the lady duel cultivated with Su Chongqing to break through, which has a very negative impact on her. No wonder the lady said those things before. It seems her promotion has fundamentally been tied to Su Chongqing. So do we have to bind the lady to that useless person forever? No, I suspect Su Chongqing isn't useless, everything he does is just to help. With his character, could he really know how to hide? There must be problems with this. If there is anything strange, we will act according to the circumstances. It can only be this way, the matter cannot be delayed, you all need to act immediately. How about this, Zhao Zhe, you go on behalf of our Zhao clan to seek guidance from Su Chongqing. Alright, if Su Chongqing is incapacitated, I will definitely make him submit under the power of our Zhao clan. Scene shifts to the Su family. At this moment, the old elder uncle shouted loudly, who allowed Su Chongqing to annul the marriage. Lady Zhao family has now broken through to the middle stage of Yuaning, what are we to do? Chongqing's father sighed helplessly. Oh dear, it's all because I have been too lenient with Chongqing, perhaps we should hand him over. Hand him over? Absolutely not. Just then, suddenly a guard rushed in, knelt down to report. Report, Lord, I have something to inform you. Right now in the city, rumors are spreading that although our young master's swordsmanship has been incapacitated, he has become a nurturing resource for the female cultivator due to her favor. Xiao Seiyu from Zhao family, thus has been able to comprehend the way twice and has become a Yuaning middle-stage cultivator. Is there really such a thing? Is there any proof for the rumors? Lady Zhao family has visited the mansion twice without evading anyone. Yesterday, I and other servants also saw our young master embracing Xiao Seiyu from a distance. It's just that the petty ones don't think that deeply, it turns out it was her behind yesterday's commotion. What do you think, is it possible that Chongqing is actually not crippled? Elder uncle's words left everyone in shock, unable to believe it. How is that possible? If the boy is fine, how could he endure such humiliation? When he broke through a realm, the entire Dawei dynasty knew about it. It's not impossible, though. Did you notice how different he was yesterday? That's right, he seemed like a completely different person compared to before. Chongqing's father stood up with a dangerous expression. The news about Chongqing being crippled was personally conveyed by Xiao Yuning, master of the Supreme Sword Sect. There must be some misunderstanding in this matter. There's definitely not a trace of spiritual energy left in Chongqing's body. The guard hastily reported another urgent piece of information. Master, it's bad, you should go check right away. The Zhao family is here to cause trouble. They say they want to challenge young Master Chongqing to a one-on-one duel. What? Are they delusional? The scene shifts to where Chongqing is sitting and diligently practicing. This by Emperor Immortal technique really is impressive. Unfortunately, it's only for one access to the sacred sect. It seems that I will have to wait for Xiao Seiu to level up again to receive the rewards. My current realm has reached the 3rd level of foundation establishment, but my spiritual energy is overflowing. No matter what, I'm finally no longer a useless person. As soon as I finished speaking, a crane appeared outside, holding a letter. It was the celestial crane from my master. It turns out that the person still remembers me. Chongqing stared at the ring, thinking, it's been a long time since I've seen my master, and there hasn't been any news of them in my memories. Picking up the letter, Chongqing thought, that master must be disappointed in a useless person like me. Upon opening the letter, a fairy with a chest larger than her face immediately appeared. This is Xiao Yuning, the master of the Supreme Sword Sect. This is a letter of endless correspondence. Why would the master use it on me? The fairy placed her hand on her large chest and conveyed affectionate words to Chongqing. You must be really disappointed with your master, right? When you were struggling, your master was not by your side, causing you to lose your way in cultivation. Chongqing felt overwhelmed before that magnificent chest, thinking, this master must definitely be a good person, extremely good, yet I didn't appreciate it before. Master feels extremely regretful, but it's already a mistake, so I can only give these things to you. Here is a top-quality essence pill and 3 high-quality spirit refining pills. You must remember that the eternal life sword cannot be drawn as well, it's also inside. Thank you, Master. These pills won't help once they have been overdone, but they can help you have a better body. Live humbly, and don't boast like before. After saying this, a sword and a candy appeared in Chongqing's hand. Chongqing, you must absolutely not let Master down. I know you still like to peek at Master changing clothes in the bathroom, but you must not do such things anymore, or someone will beat you to death. With that, the incredibly well-shaped Master disappeared, leaving behind Chongqing's regretful expression. Tisk, is just looking all I can do. This guy is so weak. Fingering the sword in his hand, Chongqing sighed. The host's home is unfortunate, wanting to learn swordsmanship, why bother peeking? Can't I just take it? And Master is so generous, not only giving me valuable pills but also this sword. Perhaps Master obtained this sword from an ancient tomb in the southern region. No one has yet been able to make it recognize a master. Looking into the future of Xiao Seiyu, I realize this sword has a self-protection mechanism. Only Xiao Seiyu can completely unlock it. Outside, a loud argument caught Chongqing's attention. Damn, what's going on? In front of Chongqing's room, the Zhao family had come to the Chong family to complain. I brought the young genius of the Zhao clan to compete with Chongqing. Why is Prince Su of the commandery refusing? Are you scared? Chongqing's father rubbed his temples and shouted, young master of the Su family, I am the one you want to challenge. Is this a challenge? Although he didn't know how that girl from the Zhao family broke through, if the Zhao family found out that Chongqing was a useless person, who fundamentally couldn't be favored by female cultivators, they would definitely turn against him, and it would be the end. If Chongqing doesn't come out, we will have to force our way in. Suddenly, Chongqing appeared out of nowhere, wanting to attack them from behind. Who the hell wants to fight me? Zhao Zhe peeked out from behind and shouted loudly, it's me, your dad. Chongqing, with a dangerous expression, realized the Zhao family's intention to challenge him. They must want to test if I still have any cultivation. It seems these people doubt my worthiness to Xiao Seiyu. Both of them stepped closer to each other, intending to have a light scuffle. Chongqing, do you dare to compete in a match? I don't see the need for that. As expected, Chongqing is indeed a useless person. Rumors are unreliable. This little guy is truly useless. Zhao Zhe turned away, bragging that Chongqing was indeed a useless person. Behind him, Chongqing was exuding evil energy as if he wanted to hit this guy hard. What I mean is, if you don't, brother Xiaozhe, you might end up in a bad situation. The comment surprised everyone to the point of sweating profusely. Xiaozhe still didn't realize he was in a precarious situation, so he pointed directly at Chongqing's face. If the great young master Su is so confident, are you willing to come with me to the training ground? Alright, if you want to lose like that, I will certainly make it easy for you. Upon hearing that both sides wanted to fight, Chongqing's father panicked and asked his younger brother to call young Oldman over. A moment later, they stood on the arena in front of witnesses from both family sides. Chongqing's father, fearing his son might die for the sake of pride, whispered asking young Oldman for help. Su Chongqing, do you remember what happened between us before? The first time we met, you insulted me, called me a useless person, and broke one of my teeth. But Chongqing only said one sentence, I really have no impression. This guy used to be weak and bullied others, beating countless people, who can remember him? He took out his rusty sword, boasting with arrogance, you bastard, your cultivation is crippled yet you are so proud. I want to see what skills you have. Here, this is a spirit sword of middle grade. The members of the Su family were startled when they saw the sword. Wow, the Zhao family actually has a spirit sword. They must have taken out the hottest item from their home. What quality is Chongqing's sword? From the outside, it doesn't look like much, probably not above middle grade, right? Su junior cousin, draw your sword. Xiaozhe, I think it's better not to draw this sword, if you do, you will die. He ignored Chongqing's words and laughed like the Joker. Su Chongqing, stop boasting, you will lose. Xiaozhe charged in with the sword, wanting to draw some blood from Chongqing. Golden Elixir middle stage can practice blood needle swordsmanship to Little Realm, this technique is very strong. That's right, that sword is extremely compatible with the blood needle swordsmanship, its power may double. Su Chongqing is done for, hurry up and show your back here. Chongqing felt frustrated and began to contemplate his plan. I am just at the foundation establishment stage. The gap between us is too great, if I lose or barely win, Xiao Seiu will definitely become suspicious. Fortunately, I have the Chongqing sword in my possession. Although only Xiao Seiu can draw this sword, as seen in the future dream, by activating the restriction, I can still manage it. His hand gripped the sword tightly, and it released bolts of lightning. Su Chongqing raised the sword to block Xiaozhe's attack. The collision sent Xiaozhe flying like a missile. Everyone gasped in shock as they watched Xiaozhe soar over their heads. The sword hasn't even left its sheath, and Jair has already been blown away by just one blow. This is a domineering sword that cannot be underestimated. Indeed, Su Chongqing hasn't turned into a useless person. Chongqing's father broke out in a sweat, praising his son. Chongqing has actually turned out well, he is truly my son, ha ha ha. After defeating Xiaozhe, Chongqing held the sword up and boasted once more. Who else wants to solo me? Behind Chongqing, Seiyu approached, accompanied by the old grand elder's groans of, no, no, big brother. Seiyu asked the old man from behind with a malicious gaze, Grand elder, Xiaozhe, what are you doing? The old man, terrified and sweating profusely, replied, Dear lady, we came to spar a bit with Chongqing. Yes, and with just one move, I was defeated. She immediately grasped the sword and shouted angrily, How dare you offend Su Chongqing? I want to kill you all. Su Chongqing smiled and said, Seiyu, don't be agitated. It's not an offense, just a normal exchange of strength. As soon as he finished speaking, Su Chongqing threw the sword into the sky towards Seiyu. And this sword is a gift for you. The members of the Su family could only watch helplessly. Damn it, that sword, even a scabbard can withstand a blow from a spirit sword of middle grade, at least it should be a supreme item to gift like that. Generous, truly generous. This little guy knows how to play. As Seiyu held the sword, she immediately thought, why does this sword fit me so well, as if it is a part of me? This is a sword embryo of by Emperor Spiritual Energy Immortal Grade, of course, it fits you. I wonder which ancient immortal ruins he found it in, it must have gone through life and death difficulties, truly a hard gain. Immortal Grade. Supreme treasure level, he doesn't use it and gives it to me. Seiyu raised the sword towards Chongqing and said, "This sword is for you. Although it requires some effort, everything is worth it. This Yandra girl demands to kill everyone at the slightest provocation. I should let her owe me a favor for a bit longer, huh?" Chongqing then turned to the Zhao family members, startling them, their heads filled with countless question marks. Chongqing laughed loudly, "Zhao uncle, and all my brothers I haven't seen in a long time, how about we go in for some tea?" They questioned, has Su Chongqing been possessed by a ghost? Why is he so polite? Shouldn't his normal reaction be to destroy the Zhao family? There has to be something wrong with this, I should just run for my life quickly. The Zhao family members immediately waved their hands to excuse themselves. No need, we must return to tend to Zhao's injuries. We'll take our leave, big brother. Seiyu, you should go back with them. Seiyu immediately clung to Chongqing's arm and invited him to have some fun. Wow, the rumors are indeed true, he has an excellent dual cultivation physique. Indeed, otherwise Seiyu wouldn't be wanting to wrestle in broad daylight, right? Let's go, don't disturb them. Chongqing's father and old man Yang also left, we should go too. This little guy Chongqing is hiding his capabilities well. That's right. It seems like he has completely changed into a different person, I think so too. Just now, the boy invited the Zhao family to drink tea, it's truly unimaginable. Scene shifts to Chongqing's room. Viewer brothers must be enjoying this scene. Chongqing's wife steps forward, making Su Chongqing feel bashful. Chongqing, you took the risk to find me. You treat me very well, I have nothing to repay you with, so I will repay with my body instead. Come on, don't take it off. He immediately switched to a killer mode and asked, are you saying Chongqing doesn't like these breasts? Su Chongqing looked at her chest, secretly thinking, this girl is definitely unpredictable, could she be in the final stage of Yandra? If that's the case, he immediately pushed Seiyu down and prepared to take a defensive stance. Seiyu excitedly said, Chongqing, do you know? I miss you so much. Although we spent 8 rounds together last night, I don't know why, but I still want to come find you. Suddenly, some guy passing by Chongqing's room overheard everything. He panicked, hey, the rumors are indeed true, the crown prince really has the ability to help others through dual cultivation. This matter must be quickly reported to Commandery Prince. The danger in the manor has finally been eliminated, that's great. Scene transition to Chongqing's room. At this moment, it is necessary to go through 12 rounds to satisfy the viewers. But Residual Soul by Chap also reminded, Seiyu, stop immediately, absolutely do not continue. If you lose your body before reaching the realm of divinity, you will lose all your assets. Is that really a thing? But I want it so much. Yes, the path of cultivating immortals is very long, young Master Chongqing truly likes you, so why rush into it now? Besides, do you forget the original reason we came here? Alright then. Just as she was about to put the squirrel in the jar, Seiyu suddenly stopped. Chongqing, I just remembered I have a question about cultivation I want to ask you. Chongqing looked confused. Why does this girl change her expression faster than flipping a book? Never mind, that's good too, if I really have a relationship with her, once it's exposed, I would probably die very quickly. But I don't know much about the cultivation question in the Yuaning realm. A beautiful time, a beautiful scene like this, discussing the issue of cultivation. Chongqing, feel as if something is missing in my body that needs to be filled. Chongqing, you know what I want, right? At this moment, both the Residual Soul by Chap and Seiyu think that Su Chongqing might know this. But asking the one who can see through the script is wrong, sweetheart. It seems by Chap, living in the ring, still does not trust me, but conveniently, I have seen the future of Xiao Seiu and already know what it is. He takes Seiyu's hand and begins to lie. The price for reviving by Emperor's veins is a harm to an ordinary person's body, so if you want something like this, you can only restore talent after swallowing it. Am I right? The Residual Soul by Chap quickly said. Seiyu, there's no need to investigate further, he is exactly the reincarnation of a peerless great power. Yes, Chongqing, I understand now, so next I just need to go everywhere to find this thing, right? Although it may take a long time. A long time? No need, I know where it is. The residual soul was very surprised to hear this. You know. Unknowingly, the day to go to the 10 Great Holy Land to recruit disciples is approaching. So that thing is in the Holy Land? Which family is it from? Suddenly, Su Chongqing seriously said, Supreme Sword Sect. Is it the Supreme Sword Sect that expelled Chongqing from the sect? This can't be blamed on them. Chongqing, let's participate in the Holy Land recruitment event together. I want to go to the Supreme Sword Sect to seek justice for you. Justice is not necessary, but I really want to visit the Supreme Sword Sect. I've offended a lot of people, the Commandery Prince's residence cannot continuously protect me. It's safer to hide behind genius Xiao Seiu like this. Haha, that's great, Chongqing wants to wander the world with me, inseparable. Seiyu jumped up joyfully, and at the same time, a wave of spiritual energy gathered around her, then a column of spiritual energy shot straight up into the sky signaling her breakthrough. Chongqing was speechless. TSK, I didn't say that, and geniuses break through so easily. Just saying 2 lines can lead to a breakthrough. A few onlookers outside looked on with envy. Young master is too terrifying. The effect of dual cultivation is indeed like drinking water. I also want to dual cultivate with him. What are you talking about? You're a man, how can you dual cultivate? Who said men can't dual cultivate? As long as it feels good, it's fine. After breaking through, Seiyu immediately turned and left. Chongqing, I will go back to prepare a bit, tomorrow we will head to the Holy Land Conference to welcome it. Okay. Indeed, her breakthrough benefits me as well. Numerous first level by Emperor skills are appearing in my mind. If it continues like this, I should practice a bit. At the same time, Seiyu was both bathing and cultivating. Seiyu was puzzled since she was unable to condense the flour, asking, why can't I still condense the flour? You have not yet acceded to the sect, don't be anxious. After you accede to the sect, you will naturally be able to condense the flour. Once you obtain the By-Emperor flour, it will cause a sensation in the world, so there's no need to rush. By-Emperor skill is too difficult. That is natural. The By-Emperor skill was created by the By-Emperor over a lifetime. Ordinary people not only do not have the understanding, but they also fundamentally lack the qualification to practice it. You are a talent within the By-Emperor veins, which is why you can comprehend parts of the By-Emperor skill in just one day. This is also a prodigy of great talent. Is there anyone who has acceded to the By-Emperor skill in one day and can condense the flour? Absolutely impossible. Without special veins, even a genius would need 100 years to access the sect. What do you think, if the skill is passed to Chongqing, how long would it take him to reach level 1? As for him, I really can't guess, but even if he is very strong, to reach level 1, it would take at least 1,000 years. Because without the consent of the By-Emperor, anyone would be stuck at level 1. Oh, it seems Chongqing is afraid he won't have any connection to the By-Emperor's skill. But neither of them knows when Su Chongqing condensed that flour. Not even an hour to reach the pinnacle of level 1 already. Is this By-Emperor skill called the Immortal Technique? Transitioning to the next day, at the Supreme Sword Sect, a group of disciples was bustling with discussion. I heard the elder and the direct disciples from the major sects were discussing how to deal with that grand senior brother, and unexpectedly, Su Elder also faced trouble. He previously basically didn't want to look at us, even though our miscellaneous work had a chance to stand out, except for that useless person. Among the miscellaneous disciples, there was a girl who looked like she was about to become Chongqing's wife. Her name was Rua Yan. She murmured to herself, Grand Senior Brother, what should I do? Chongqing, can you still return to the sect? In the sect's classroom, an old man spoke up to inquire, the welcoming conference is approaching, so why have we gathered today? Wang Elder, you should pay more attention to the news from outside. It's quite ancient, but today's discussion is about the news that has spread throughout the capital of Dawei, regarding Su Elder's cultivation recovery. Cultivation recovery? He overdid it, the spiritual mine is exhausted, that absolutely cannot be true. But some say that Su Elder not only overcame the middle stage of alchemy but also helped useless female disciples reach Yuaning within just 12 bouts in 3 days. Yuaning? That's nonsense. Even if someone has a bit of talent, it would take at least over 100 years. Yuaning in 3 days? Are they dreaming? If he really has such abilities, then why has the miscellaneous disciple Rua Yan, whom I bought, never been able to cultivate? The master then said, "Everyone be silent, the purpose of today's gathering is to discuss the welcoming conference." Although she said that, she still wanted to believe Chongqing. The master really hopes that the rumors are true. Half an hour later, alright, the welcoming task will be handled by Su Hua. After class, the meeting is over. Someone appeared and said, "It seems that once Elder Su leaves, the position of Grand Senior Brother will be taken by Senior Brother Su Hua." The inheritor Su Hua also spoke up. Elder Su is facing consequences for not liking the situation. From now on, I want to take the position of Grand Senior Brother under the name Su Hua. If I see Elder Su again, I will repay all debts. Scene shifts to the guest reception room of the Supreme Sword Sect. Su Hua plopped down on Elder Su Chongqing's chair and felt a sharp ache. The feeling of being Grand Senior Brother is really amazing. Feeling great, he suddenly heard shocking news. Su. Elder Su has come back. Really? Is it true? It seems that way, but something feels off. Is it really happening or not? Are you kidding me? I almost wet myself. No, it's true. That person is him. But he paid for the items. Damn, did Su Chongqing pay when he shopped at the Supreme Sword Sect? Of course not. He just robs everything without paying a dime. Haha. It seems that after turning into a useless person, he can no longer be arrogant. What if he really returns? If he dares to show his face, I will definitely make him suffer. He won't be intact anymore. Scene shifts to Su Chongqing's location. You heir, you must not reveal your identity while outside. Don't act flashy, it will easily attract attention and make enemies for you. But I feel that with Chongqing by my side, I don't have to worry as much as before. It's most dangerous for you to follow me. I already have many enemies. If you stir up more trouble, escaping won't be easy. Because the path of the strong cannot depend on others. I will teach you a portion of Bai Chap's spiritual techniques so you can hide, know how to conceal your strength, and protect yourself in battle. Chongqing, are you concerned about me? The residual soul Bai Chap appears and says, he is absolutely right, neither of us can protect you for a lifetime. I will impart some spiritual techniques to you. Indeed, we do not care about you, so who will care about you? If I am not mistaken, Bai Chap is teaching Xiao Seiu the immortal technique, and I can also learn it at the same time. Although I have learned the Bai Emperor skill at level 1, the welcoming ceremony is about to begin, and I must acquire as many trump cards as possible. Transitioning to the venue of the ceremony, several old men were criticizing. This year's disciples are terrible, they are even worse than last year's. Is there really only one Su Chongqing in the world? Master, when will you retrieve the sword embryo from Su Chongqing? That's right, he has wasted countless resources of ours, and even if we sold the entire district, we still wouldn't have enough money for compensation. The sword Immortal Embryo is worth more than all the previous resources combined, so it must be reclaimed. The master frowned. A sword that no one can use is no different from a useless sword. The master's point was valid, leaving the old men speechless. Suddenly, a disciple rushed over to report, Elder, Master, there is an important matter. Why are you so flustered? What? He still has the courage to come back. A useless person wants to fight? What does he want to do now? Master felt a flicker of anticipation. Chongqing, have you really recovered? The scene shifts to Su Chongqing. Seiyu, go participate in the first assessment round. Remember, don't reveal your true strength too much. Alright, then I will control my cultivation to the late stage of foundation establishment. Chongqing waited while thinking, I hope Xiao Seiyu can quickly pass the assessment. I don't want to face those old enemies alone. Thinking he was well hidden, he took half a step before someone recognized him. Two disciples ran over. "Greetings, great master." Chongqing didn't hide anymore, he took off his mask and said, "What's the matter?" "It really is the Grand Senior Brother." "Congratulations on your return, Grand Senior Brother. Why can't I see through his domain?" "Yes, is he really a useless person? Does he want to reclaim his status before the 10 Holy Ones?" Luckily, I had already acquired the breathing technique earlier, otherwise, I'd have a hard time if I appeared timid in front of these people. Soon after, Su Hua also ran over excitedly. "You really are Su Chongqing? Su Chongqing. Do you still recognize me?" Su Chongqing seemed uninterested. "Who the hell are you?" "I am Su Hua, the grand disciple of the Grand Elder. You beat me up badly before, I even soiled my pants, and now you say you have no impression of me." Is this how he talks to everyone? Humph, a useless person like you wants to return to the Supreme? I never said I would return. I am just accompanying others to attend the conference. Even useless people have followers, just pretending to be impressive, look at that. While they were arguing, attention turned to the other side. "Over there, hurry, look at that testing stone." It was Xiao Seiu testing for talent. The testing board emitted a brilliant light that dazzled everyone. Everyone shouted loudly, "It's the second immortal heavenly Tao body." The old men were anxious, it truly is the immortal heavenly Tao body. The second Su Chongqing has appeared, although the realm is a bit low, but this Taoist body radiates such power. The Holy Land is about to have a new Taoist body, haha. Su Hua was also shocked. Could it be, is this the person that Su Chongqing said he was accompanying? No, there's absolutely no way, it takes 100 years to meet an immortal heavenly Tao body. How could it be that the two of them just happened to know each other? Right now, I am the Grand Senior Brother, and if I could cultivate a relationship with this little junior sister. With that thought, he took action. "Useless person, don't block my path, get out of my way. Right now, pursuing the little junior sister is more important. I will temporarily ignore this useless person." Seeing that this guy was about to make a move, Chongqing thought, I guess I'll have to use the by Emperor Immortal technique. Before he could do anything, Seiyu jumped from her spot directly to Chongqing. "Who are you to speak to my Chongqing like that?" The master and several old men were surprised. Is she a follower of Su Chongqing? I never expected Su Senior Brother to become a useless person needing a woman to protect him. Useless person? Who told you that Chongqing is a useless person? Could it be that Su Chongqing really has some cultivation? No way, if Su Chongqing actually did something like that, he would definitely become an immortal king in the future. Yes, this is completely impossible, how could he not be a waste? So, Su Chongqing, do you dare to compete with me? Su Chongqing looked at her with disdain and said, "A competition? Do you think you're worthy? Just having you take care of you is enough. You will challenge her in the second round. Let's go." "Okay, Chongqing, what did you mean by mentioning the second round?" The Holy Land has 3 rounds. The first round tests talent. In the second round, everyone can choose a specific Holy Land. The disciples of the Holy Land can issue challenges, aiming to test the strength of these individuals. Of course, the realm must be constrained to match the corresponding realm during the challenge. That person just had a grudge against you, I can see he has ill intentions. I'll beat him for you later. Even at a higher realm, you must not underestimate your opponent. Since you have just learned the immortal technique, I'm afraid you may not fare better than him in spiritual arts. Chongqing, are you concerned about me? Of course, you are very important to me now. Now I have many enemies like that guy. While thinking, Seiyu glanced at the master and sensed that Su Chongqing was looking at another girl. "Chongqing, who are you looking at? Who is that woman?" "I am looking at your future master. I hope you can take good care of her." "Chongqing, can you really come back?" What the host's home did previously must have disappointed Xiao Yuning. I hope I can make it up to her in the future. Go ahead, round 2 has begun. I hope you can learn how to grow through battle. Yes. The Residual Soul by Chap thought, is he trying to enlighten me to teach you how to fight? Why does this Yandra feel like he sees all women as enemies? I hope there won't be any trouble in the future. Chongqing, are you okay? What happened to him? Bringing the immortal heavenly Tao body? Do you want to use it to return? Unfortunately, the sect has never had a precedent for accepting back disciples who were expelled. Return, Grand Elder, you are mistaken. I just want to tell you that your disciples are all trash. Is Su's senior brother out of his mind? That's right, even in the same realm, mastering the spirit counter technique of Su's senior brother is not something the immortal heavenly Tao body can endure. He must just be overestimating himself. Humph, I just want to see how capable that woman really is. Excuse me, see you lady, which holy hall do you wish to join? Supreme Sword Sect. I am Su Hua, a disciple of the Supreme Sword Sect, here to challenge you. Humph, I've been waiting for you. Stop messing around and come at me. The person you like is no different from a useless person. After saying this, Su Hua unleashed the skill 3000 swordsmanship. Seeing this, all the disciples were in an uproar. He actually used the 3000 swordsmanship, isn't that against the rules? Yes, this swordsmanship technique contains sword intent and cannot be used in the true foundation establishment realm. This disciple of the Supreme Sword Sect has a bad temperament. Indeed, he seems very afraid of losing. Seiyu then said to the residual soul by chap, he wants to kill me. You guessed right. This is your first time fighting between life and death, so don't worry. Coincidentally, I am familiar with the 3000 swordsmanship he uses, and I will instill it into your consciousness. However, you can only rely on yourself to find the flaws and methods. The disciple has been cultivating independently, I understand this principle. With that, the residual soul by chap transmitted the skill into Seiyu's mind. Immediately after, Su Hua also swung his sword. Seiyu remained very calm, countering with a sword strike that sent him flying back. Su Hua was suspicious about life. How is it possible? She can really catch the sun sword. Even a talented cultivator at the foundation establishment peak wouldn't be able to withstand this blow. Residual soul by chap reminded Seiyu, you heir, although you have pure veins and remarkable talent, your understanding of swordsmanship is still lacking. You can only defend, but cannot see through the flaws. Suddenly, she felt something. It was Chongqing grasping the sword chi. By chap Venerable One has truly taught Seiyu the 3000 swordsmanship. The Lord has really helped me. Seeing Chongqing practicing, the group was filled with amazement and fear. Su Chongqing is experiencing enlightenment. It is an illusion of the 3000 swordsmanship. Could it be that Su Chongqing has deduced the entirety of the 3000 swordsmanship just by observing Su Hua's techniques? With such talent, what is he, no longer human? You heir, I have fully comprehended the 3000 swordsmanship. Sun sword of the past, golden sun sword, bright sun sword. Listen to my words and break through his swordsmanship. Alright, I will listen to you. I will show them how powerful my Chongqing is. The 3000 swordsmanship, the golden sun sword is strong, but the lower position will have vulnerabilities. Alright. Damn it, how could he know the weakness of 3000 swordsmanship? It must be a blind cat stumbling upon a dead mouse. The sword technique is weak, the spiritual energy circulates uncontrollably, the realm is insufficient, and one must forcibly stimulate the spiritual energy just to maintain it. The position of Heavenly Can, Wisdom Sound, Bamboo Dragon, Upper Star, Heavenly Sect, poking into the rose to gather blossoms for Lentilo. Seiyu immediately followed what Su Chongqing said. Su Hua was slashed without a chance to dodge. The price for forcibly activating the spiritual energy is intense pain throughout your body. I let you air attack all the weak points on your body. This pain will multiply many times, it must be very uncomfortable now, right? Su Hua was scared to wet himself. You are truly cruel. The elders laughed heartily. He really was born with a Taoist body, able to master all laws. The sword master had truly found an excellent disciple. With such innate talent, the Supreme Sword Sect is expected to become renowned across the land in the future. As the master walked over, he said, I never expected Chongqing to have an interest in women today. Not only is he interested, but Chongqing also says that I am the woman he loves the most. He has outlined countless plans for me. He has thought of me since he joined the Supreme Sword Sect. Oh, really? No wonder Chongqing is so strange today. Su Chongqing could only force a smile. No, if this conversation continues, this Yandra might cause trouble. You heir, why don't we register our identities first? To be cautious, it's better to separate them first. Tai Qing Holy Land, Holy Master Li Qing Su comes to pay respects to Su Chongqing. Heavenly Secret Holy Land, Holy Master Tian Zhu comes to pay respects to Su Chongqing. Yao Guang Holy Land, Tian Qing Holy Land, Holy Master Wang Lin Hai. Oh my God, it's hard to see Holy Masters during peacetime, but today so many have come. Honor, honor. Did they all come here because of Su Chongqing? What is going on? Did I walk into the den of Holy Masters today? Su Chongqing, are you willing to join our Tai Qing Holy Land? Ha! Li Daoist friend, Su Chongqing is clearly a genius in cultivating destiny law, don't miss the opportunity. The body that connects all laws. Wait, the two Holy Masters, Su Chongqing is one of our Supreme Sword Sect. Did you not expel him from the sect? Join Tai Qing Holy Land. No, please join Tian Qing Holy Land with us. Join Tian Qing Holy Land. What if Su Chongqing joins Yaoguang Holy Land? I am willing to make an exception for you, to receive a male disciple, and you can go there to have fun without worries. What are all these magical connections? What is this heavenly Taoist body? Dear elders, can you please stop going crazy here? I, Su Chongqing, am indeed a useless person. The reason these holy masters changed their attitude so much is that they believe they have reached the peak of existence and have been reborn as unparalleled geniuses. If I nod, my original strength will likely be revealed as soon as I leave. If Xiao Seiu finds out I lied to her, the consequences will be catastrophic. The old monk saw Su Chongqing deep in thought and immediately rushed over to pat him on the shoulder. Little friend, what do you think? Ha! What did you say? Indeed, Su little friend has agreed. I, Tian, wish to pass the heavenly secret technique to my little friend. Seeing the bald old man playing to the fullest, the other saints were left in astonishment. This guy is indeed cunning. Who doesn't know that the heavenly secret technique is only passed down to the holy master of the next generation? How can he so brazenly win people's hearts like this? It's just the position of the next holy master, how valuable can it be? As long as Chongqing is willing, I can immediately give up the holy master position. I am willing to offer you a type of immortal weapon. I am willing to hand over all the resources of the Holy Land to Su little friend, without any need for concern about enjoyment. How infuriating, Su Chongqing is my one true love, how can I let them compete for him? Be patient. Do these guys really think they can charm Su Chongqing? We came to the Supreme Sword Sect just to facilitate your cultivation. All of this is merely a game in the eyes of an immortal. That's right, if it were other cultivators, it might be acceptable, but with Su Chongqing, absolutely not. Seeing the old saints quarrel over him, Su Chongqing quickly spoke up. Su little friend, are we making you unhappy by just focusing on this debate? Chongqing appreciates the high regard of the seniors, but please allow me to decline. Everything sounds tempting, but I simply don't have the fortune to enjoy it. So where will little friend Su go? Supreme Sword Sect. Why? Little friend isn't upset that the sect expelled you. Su Chongqing placed his hand on his chest and began to boast, because there are people in the Supreme Sword Sect that Chongqing just cannot let go of. Thinking Su Chongqing was talking about her, both girls Seiyu and Master blushed. I truly am the person that Chongqing cares for the most. I know, Su Chongqing must be like me, he looks down on these worldly things. To put it simply, I'm relatively familiar with the Supreme Sword Sect. On the other hand, the Supreme Sword Sect is the first in the 10 great holy lands. If one wants to switch allegiances, there are indeed more opportunities here. Hearing Chongqing's flattering words, the old holy masters were moved to tears, soaking their pants. Chongqing, you are so noble and generous. Regardless of past grievances, you truly make us feel ashamed. Supreme Sword Sect, no, the way has you, truly is the glory of the nation. Actually, I'm not that great. Wow, this guy is not only handsome but also modest, I'm starting to love you already. Little friend Su, just like that. If fate allows, we will meet again. Haha. Among the two Taoist body incarnations, Su Chongqing is the one with the ability to communicate with all things. In this recruitment event, the Supreme Sword Sect has gained both disciples and prestige. Now, the Supreme Sword Sect should have suffered damage to its reputation due to the Su Hua incident, but because of Su Chongqing's departure, he is no longer valued by the court. Now the situation has reversed, the voice has become even more prosperous, truly making one reflect. So, is all this due to someone deliberately acting to restore the Holy Master's position of the Holy Land Supreme Sword Sect? Even the Holy Master dared to conspire with this. We really underestimated this handsome guy with big potatoes. Su Chongqing watched the saints leave, his heart heavy. Humph, there is no difference between a loser returning to the cultivators and a young lamb joining a pack of wolves. I just want to cling to a thigh. Why is it so difficult to be a useless young master? Lady Zhao, please follow me to the Supreme Sword Sect to register your identity. I, Chongqing, will return shortly. Chongqing, Master understands your good intentions. You have hidden your wisdom and talent, enduring too much humiliation. All of this is to help Master establish authority in front of the Elder Council, to solidify both Master's power and reputation, isn't it? I really didn't mean it that way. I can't say that it was to help Xiao Seiu obtain the treasure of the Supreme Sword Sect. You acted so well that you even concealed that from Master. Wait, Master, I didn't. No need to hide anymore, Master understands your good intentions. With a disciple like you, Master desires nothing more. Sword Lord, I have something I want to ask. Speak. Where is the sword embryo stored now? Chongqing, how have you handled it? The sword embryo, the elders and master are eagerly awaiting Chongqing's answer. The swordsmanship talent that Chongqing displayed today is truly astonishing. Once the move was executed, I was left in awe. Surely, the immortal sword has recognized its master. Why not take this opportunity to pave the way for Chongqing? Once the sword embryo recognizes its master, it will become immortal grade. It has a high likelihood of becoming the supreme immortal weapon of our Supreme Sword Sect. If it accepts Su Chongqing as its master, I gave it to Xiao Seiu. What? You gave the sword embryo to this new disciple. That is the sect. Not letting the master finish, Chongqing hurriedly interrupted. The sword embryo has recognized Xiao Seiu as its master. The two are now mentally linked, and in the future, you need not worry about this sword anymore. Xiao Seiu is already a disciple of our Supreme Sword Sect, and now the sword embryo acknowledges her as its master. Her cultivation in the future will surely be limitless. Chongqing, you have discovered a good sword for our Supreme Sword Sect. Is it possible that Su Chongqing has such a natural talent for sword Dao solely relying on herself? Chongqing, how much power are you hiding? Chongqing, now you and I are from the same sect. Good. From now on, my safety in the Supreme Sword Sect completely depends on her. Master, it's time for us to return to the sect. The night is long with many dreams. If I don't leave now, something else may happen later. Although the selection has not ended yet, today the Supreme Sword Sect has drawn enough attention. It's time to go back. I never expected that you, who always indulged in play, would actually know how to turn things around for the better. Moreover, it seems that the Supreme Sword Sect has found a successor. Hu Zhou settled within the Tai Ching, come with me. Seiyu hurriedly grasped Chongqing's hand. Chongqing, let's go together. Seiyu, you're too close now. What's there to be afraid of? You're about to be my fiancé. I'm sure I will grow stronger until we can be together like you said. Then let's keep going. The master turned back to remind Chongqing. By the way, Chongqing, I intend to announce to the sect about your return. It's good to reclaim your position as Grand Senior Brother in front of everyone. Chongqing quickly refused, but the master was very firm. But this concerns your honor. Chongqing, you have been expelled from the sect. How can you take up training time for everyone for your own selfish purposes? Regardless of things like false fame, you must regain it yourself. If not, no matter how famous you become, it will just be an empty shell. If it attracts many blind disciples, you will get into trouble. The Residual Soul by Chap signaled to see you. Seiyu immediately understood Chongqing's intention. This was clearly just an excuse. Chongqing didn't quite understand and didn't know what to say. Chongqing just wanted to return to the sect as soon as possible, but I chose to stay by his side in the first peak. Luckily, I haven't crossed the line yet. Seiyu, do you know what is the most important thing right now? The most important thing? Chongqing pretended to think and said, it's self-restraint and humility. What would happen if this fame keeps growing and attracts many disciples to challenge us? The two girls believed him wholeheartedly. I didn't expect his enlightenment to be so profound. Chongqing silently cried, being a villain was too difficult. A moment later, Chongqing arrived at a huge boat. The master also explained to the viewers, although a great swordsman can fly thousands of miles in one breath, it's a bit wasteful on the journey, so this kind of ethereal pearl is commonly used as a means of transportation when traveling long distances. Seiyu started to get excited when she saw something big. I didn't expect the future empress of the sword sect to behave like a little girl. Master, Xiao Seiu just went through a tough battle and needs to rest well. If there's nothing else, we, the new disciples, would like to take our leave to the last room. Hurry back to the room. If the hidden energy technique fails, my true cultivation will be immediately revealed. Contrary to Chongqing's thoughts, Seiyu believed that Chongqing was actually concerned about her. Did he really call himself a new disciple? That's enough, you two go and rest. When we reach the sect, I will send someone to inform you. Chongqing took Seiyu's hand and led her away. As they walked, they unexpectedly ran into the young man Su Hua. What does Su Hua want to do again? Let's run quickly. Seeing that Chongqing didn't pay attention, Su Hua was lost in thought. It was a tough battle, clearly a very brutal one. He not only refrained from insulting the defeated general like himself but also maintained a bit of dignity in front of everyone. Such a heart, such a mindset. Su Hua suddenly burst into tears. Grand Senior Brother, I really don't measure up to you. A moment later, after returning to the room, Chongqing jumped onto the bed to rest. Suddenly, a hand quietly touched Chongqing's chin. It was Seiyu sitting on him. The huge breast suddenly caught Chongqing's eye, making him blush furiously. Please, I'm just an ordinary person, don't test me like this, okay? This is the future empress, and my fate will be tragic. Seiyu still fancied that men would only be shy when facing the women they love. My future fiancée is very embarrassed right now, if I act like this. Suddenly, Seiyu started to play the actress, pretending to have a headache, dizziness, and nausea, then leaned against Chongqing. She might be seasick, it's best for her to rest in bed. Chongqing, you are so kind, thank you. Sleep well, I will wake you up when we arrive. Chongqing was in utter agony, seeing yet unable to eat, it was too painful. After Chongqing left, Seiyu opened her eyes as if nothing had happened. He really didn't do anything at all. What are you thinking? Chongqing's mindset has long surpassed that of an ordinary person. How could he be fooled by such small tricks? How can he hold back? Does he really like me? Chongqing has nothing to fear, he can control himself, it just shows how extraordinary he is. Upon entering the Supreme Sword Sect, you and he will have countless opportunities to train together. So why worry about time? Suddenly, Seiyu smiled confidently, sooner or later, I will strip him bare and eat him up. Chongqing, in the next room, shivered at the thought. After a while, Chongqing felt a bit stuffy in his room, so he went outside to get some fresh air. The majestic mountains and rivers around him were filled with the essence of spiritual intent. The Supreme Sword Sect truly deserved to be at the top of the 10 great holy lands. Chongqing's dedication to the sect is indeed astonishing. It's no wonder he has earned the respect of someone as senior as myself. He should have long been tired of such a grand spectacle, yet he still admires it. This reflects his enthusiasm towards the sect. I can't say that I have hardly stepped outside for the past 10 years. Chongqing, do you still remember the servant disciple you brought back? Did I ever do that? That disciple couldn't even refine her body's essence for many years. The master she trained with has also reached the end of her lifespan. Without the master's protection, it's really tough to continue cultivating in the Supreme Sword Sect. The cultivation realm is truly ruthless, perhaps the mortal realm is more suitable for her. These days, the master is seeking an opportunity to take her out of the Sword Sect. Suddenly, time seemed to stand still, and skill foresaw the scenario of Su Chongqing beginning to unfold. Is it a new plot, the heaven's chosen one? That day at the high market, the surroundings were filled with foul-smelling individuals with malicious intent. Come on, a young and beautiful girl, though her vision is hazy, her face and figure are very lovely. The one who bids the highest will take her away. I'll bid 100 taels, if it's not sold, then forget it. Until he unexpectedly appeared, Su Chongqing shouted, I will bid 500 taels. Do you want to follow me? I will take you to the best immortal sect and personally teach you the divine sect cultivation. At first, I thought he was a benefactor who gave me the opportunity to change my fate. I never expected he was also a cruel villain, treating others like toys. He left me in the sword sect to endure humiliation, to thrive or perish on my own. After the master passed away, she knelt before the grave, murmuring a few words. From today on, Rua Yan will no longer have any attachment to the Supreme Sword Sect. I swear. In the future, I will definitely kill the deceitful Su Chongqing with my own hands. I remember now. 3 years later, the invincible demon lord Rua Yan will appear, and Su Chongqing will meet his end in the commandery prince's residence. Chongqing helplessly said, Su Chongqing, as a villain, you really know how to seek your own death, I admire you for that. Su Chongqing took out a dummy of himself and beat it, saying, I let you seek death, I let you create trouble. A type of orphan sold at auction, clearly a setup for a main character, and you dare to provoke me? I'll beat you to death, you pig. From behind, the master replied, then I'll have Su Hua chase her away. Rua Yan is far too lacking in talent, she is not suitable to stay at the Supreme Sword Sect. Hearing this, Chongqing anxiously raised his hand and shouted, wait a minute, master, don't go yet. The master, seeing Su Chongqing scared to death, was full of question marks, what's wrong? Master, I just rethought it and believe such a matter still needs further consideration. If she really left, expect to collect the body of your disciple. What to consider? I see that there are quite a few talented individuals in the cultivation world who succeed late. What if we miss out on a talent for that? Wouldn't that be a great loss for the Supreme Sword Sect? The appearance of a demon lord is a small matter, but the treasured disciple being struck is a major concern. I never thought Chongqing would consider it so thoroughly for the Sword Sect. Then, let's go with your idea and put this matter on hold for now. The predicted image of darkening did not appear anymore, it seems that for now, we have temporarily avoided this disaster. After all, it's best to establish some contact with little girl first. The demon lord took only 3 years to stand against the entire cultivating immortals world away. With a big supporter like that, isn't it safer? At that moment, Seiyu appeared peeking in. Chongqing, what are you thinking about? You err, after Su Zhou arrives at the Supreme Sword Sect, I have some matters to handle. Wait a moment and you can go and collect a place to stay. My cultivation cave has plenty of guest rooms, just choose one you like. Seiyu blushed with happiness. Choose freely. Of course. She hugged Chongqing and whispered, then I want to sleep in your bedroom. As you wish. The scene shifts to Rua Yan, who was walking towards a room. Master, from now on, Only Rua Yan was left all alone in this place. From outside, a group of girls came in, speaking loudly, Rua Yan, your master is dead, how can you still have the face to stay in the Supreme Sword Sect? Get out now. This place will be our cultivation cave from now on. Rua Yan rushed out, striking a vengeful pose. This is my grandmother's home, no one can take it away. Immediately, Rua Yan was slapped and knocked to the ground. A useless person who has no spiritual energy dares to speak to me. Rua Yan, do you know? The grand senior brother has returned, and he has not become a useless person at all. Rua Yan's face was scratched, filled with grievance. Why? Why is it that after my grandmother is gone, that scum who abandoned me still lives? If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have to endure this bullying here. The girl grabbed Rua Yan's hair, pulling her up insultingly. Don't even think that the Grand Senior Brother will come back to save you. The Grand Senior Brother is a genius, a useless person like you can never reach him. I don't want that. I just want to live well. Why must you treat me like this? It's because I was blind and trusted that scum that I ended up in this situation. If we can cultivate, if we can be strong enough, we will definitely bring these people and the Supreme Sword Sect to their end. Ha ha ha, look at her pitiful state, just like a dog. As soon as the words were spoken, the other girls saw Chongqing gradually approaching. Senior sister, behind you. Seeing Chongqing with an angry look as if he wanted to break through everything, Seiyu gasped. Big. The crowd was so scared they were sweating. I didn't think that the Grand Senior Brother would return to find her. Offending the Grand Senior Brother, we're afraid we won't even be able to eat what we brought back. The group knelt before Chongqing. I was wrong, I made a mistake. Get out. Remember, don't let today's incident leak out. The group shouted loudly, yes, big brother. This surprised Chongqing at how fearsome he was. Just saying one sentence made them wet their pants. What to do now? I can't understand. Why did the Grand Senior Brother return to find this useless person? That's right, he's not the type of hero who rescues beauties, and he specifically instructed us not to let this leak out. I understand now, Grand Senior Brother must certainly remember the toy he once brought home. This time, he must have thought of a new game to play with her. Truly, Grand Senior Brother is quite cunning. On Chongqing's side, the girl Rua Yan was kneeling in pain. Chongqing extended a hand toward Rua Yan. Are you still alright? Did you save me? May I ask who you are? According to the storyline, her vision is currently compromised. Should I reveal my identity? I am truly sorry, I have overstepped my bounds. You must be an extraordinarily high-ranking senior. You can drive those disciples away without lifting a finger. Chongqing was nervous and began to sweat. Her reasoning is quite logical. However, I don't know what those people are about. It's as if I've encountered a ghost. Theoretically, Chongqing, should not be easy to approach. With such exceptional charm, do you meet people you like? The girl Rua Yan swayed in front of Chongqing. Thank you so much, senior, for helping me. Tonight, I will leave the Supreme Sword Sect. I assure you, Junior Shen Rua Yan will definitely repay your kindness in the future. As soon as she finished speaking, Rua Yan immediately leaned against Chongqing, not standing steady enough to say anything else. Immediately, Chongqing activated the skill to see the future. The scene unfolded with a girl rushing at him with a knife, begging for a little blood. What kind of gratitude is this? Chongqing shouted, you can't leave. Senior, this matter relates to the future, I suggest you think it through carefully. If you go, won't I be facing disaster? The girl cried and confided, Senior, do you think I still have a future? My vision is unclear, my beloved master has ascended, and here at the Supreme Sword Sect, there is only endless humiliation and bullying. Chongqing gently patted Rua Yan's shoulder to comfort her. Actually, I know you. In my opinion, you are very talented. I'm talented. But everyone has been saying I can't. Senior, you are so powerful, there's no reason for you to deceive me, and I can't bring you any benefits. Chongqing then knelt down, held Rua Yan's hand, and replied, don't worry, I am your friend, you don't need to be afraid. Anyway, she doesn't understand who I am right now, let's just play along for the moment. After comforting the other person, he spoke. That's right, is your eyesight not good? Yes, this is an old illness from when I was young, and recently my grandmother passed away, leaving me in deep sorrow. But there's no need for you to worry, senior. Chongqing then placed the candy jar in Rua Yan's hand, inviting her to take a bite. This is a healing pill, it will help your eyes. However, half a pill won't cure it, this medicine needs to be taken over a long period. I will come back later. Senior. I never expected that in the Supreme Sword Sect, besides my grandmother, there would be someone who cares for me. Chongqing stood up, smiling as he replied, you don't need to call me senior, just call me senior brother. I have a few matters to attend to, so I'll take my leave now. If I don't go back, who knows what that woman will cause. Rua Yan held the candy jar in her hand and said, senior brother, thank you. The scene shifts to Su Chongqing's house. This nasty, lowly scoundrel takes good care of his own place, doesn't he? Having just said that, Su Chongqing suddenly remembered what happened earlier. No more time for sightseeing, just now, to escape quickly, I agreed to let that little girl Xiao Seiu stay in my room. I must go see how she has been tormenting it. Su Chongqing pushed the door straight open. To his surprise, the inside was decorated with dazzling red lights from top to bottom, looking like the room of a newlywed couple. What is happening here? Su Chongqing turned in all directions to look for Xiao Seiyu when suddenly an arm pulled his. The first wife dragged Su Chongqing onto the bed, revealing her thick thighs. Chongqing, do you like this new bedroom? This guy really is lucky. Seiyu flipped him over and pressed down on him again. Xiao Seiyu, oh Xiao Seiyu, after all, I am your master outside, why do you always want to be on top? Is this some strange experience, even though I agreed for you to sleep in my room, like this? Just as he finished speaking, Seiyu's eyes emitted an evil energy as if she wanted to cut away some excess from our Su Chongqing. Don't you like it? Su Chongqing, frightened, smiled awkwardly and replied, Master likes it very much. Seiyu then gleefully wrapped her arms around him, her legs resting on Chongqing's thighs. As long as you like it, that's good. From now on, this will be our sleeping place. Su Chongqing's face changed color and was covered in sweat. If we sleep together, won't my true cultivation be exposed? Rather than waiting for Xiao Seiyu to do something inhumane, I might as well just kill myself now. He sat up suddenly and said, No, I only agreed to let her sleep in the same room, not to sleep together. You rest, I will go tidy up the living room. Then he immediately slipped away, but unexpectedly, his wife called out his full name. Su Chongqing. Chongqing turned around to be met with a scene that every guy desires. Seiyu had taken off all her outer clothes, revealing her flawless curves. Now I will resolve everything, let's see if you dare to mess around with me again after this. Just as he was getting ready for some fun, he heard a senior voice from behind. The residual soul by Chap appeared, I can feel it, that familiar breath. A moment of panic for Su Chongqing. You err, the thing that can heal your body is indeed in this sect. It seems that the spirit and strength of the white ginseng are recovering, and her way of speaking has begun to adapt to the times. Seiyu then hugged Su Chongqing joyfully, Chongqing will not deceive me, we have loved each other for a long time. Wait until you become the Sword Lord, and gain the qualification to join the secret Sword Lord. By then, Yu Er's health will only be a minor issue. Why become a Sword Lord in the Supreme Sword Sect, which is full of lowly soldiers? With me and the senior here, wiping out this sect would be as easy as turning a hand. Chongqing was enraged and shouted, Don't, we can't do this. Why not? In this world, big fish eat small fish, killing people and robbing treasures is the norm. Besides, the title of Sword Lord is just an empty name, the senior can crush it easily with bare hands. Crush? Who does she think she's overestimating? If I act, wouldn't it reveal that I'm just a useless person? Chongqing raised his hand to appear knowledgeable to the two Seiyu. This needs further consideration. We still have to go through this process. What to do? How to make Bai Chap give up this idea? The two girls pondered after hearing this. Why do we need to consider further? Process? I understand now. It must be cause and effect. Disrupting cause and effect harms the will of heaven and surely would bring harm to us. Bai Chap clasped her hands in respect. As expected of the senior, your thorough thinking is due to my careless consideration. What disease is she suffering from now? What am I being thorough about? After speaking, the residual soul Bai Chap took off flying. Junior will take Yu Er along to improve her skills. Once she reaches the position of Sword Lord, I will not disappoint Senior. Huh? Wait, I haven't. Right now, cultivation is her top priority. Chongqing, you won't escape tonight. After seeing the two women leave, Chongqing sat down, relieved. I finally managed to deceive them. Next, I still have to figure out how to deal with Rua Yan's innate issues. There are countless paths to cultivation, aside from falling into demonic ways, there must be other methods. The scene shifts to a dining area in the city, where a few unremarkable guys were chatting. Listen to me, there must be a ghost in here. It must be because Su Hua couldn't take it anymore, so the Sword Lord brought the useless person Su Chongqing back to support outside. Nonsense, ever since Su Hua's senior brother returned, he has been wholeheartedly praising Grand Senior Brother, even saying Grand Senior Brother has changed a lot compared to before. That's right, you know Su Hua's senior brother used to hate Grand Senior Brother. TSK, how much can someone change? That person has been at the peak of arrogance for so many years and didn't even glance at the dining hall. Could it be that he has come down from that peak now? A few guys had just been chatting when suddenly they all stared wide-eyed at something unbelievable. Grand Senior Brother has indeed come down. Su Chongqing walked over to them with swagger. It's just a little while and it's already dark. Xiao Seiu is still in meditation, let me fill my stomach first, and by the way, I'll get some food for Rua Yan. The others, when they saw Chongqing, were so frightened they started sweating. Could it be that Grand Senior Brother is here to ruin our meal? Su Chongqing approached the chef, smiling, and asked, the food here smells quite good, may I take some to go? Yes, certainly. Everyone was shocked and gasped, good smell. Excuse me, is this really something that Grand Senior Brother can say? Did we accidentally eat poisonous mushrooms today? Are we dreaming? Chongqing focused on the food laid out before him. The crowd also stared wide-eyed at Chongqing. The serious gaze of Grand Senior Brother is really frightening. Besides cultivation, he is extremely indifferent to everything else. If he's being this serious, he must have had a breakthrough. Su Chongqing pondered over what dish Rua Yan liked. Give me grilled bamboo shoots, boiled shrimp, a little white rice, to take away. On this side, this silly guy is leaking water from everywhere. He really came to eat. What could possibly be in this food? It actually made the Grand Senior Brother bring it back to enjoy. Seeing Chongqing really pack food to take back, everyone shouted and rushed out to buy rice. Grilled meat and bamboo shoots, boiled shrimp. I want 500 portions. The scene shifts to Rua Yan's place. At this moment, Rua Yan is thinking about America. Rua Yan, oh Rua Yan, don't be so naive anymore. Have you forgotten your current predicament? That person left so naturally, and never returned. If there's a chance in this life, I will personally take revenge for you. At the very least, I must make you kneel before the entire sect and bark 500 times. At this moment, Chongqing walks in with food. Rua Yan, I brought food for you. Upon entering and seeing Rua Yan wiping her tears, Chongqing immediately misunderstood. What's wrong? Is someone bullying you? Tell Senior Brother, and Senior Brother will help you take revenge. No, it's just that Rua Yan thought Senior Brother wouldn't come anymore. Chongqing reached out to pat Rua Yan's head and replied, how could that be? I'll be able to come often in the future, right? Chongqing pointed at the lunchbox. Oh, right, this is something I specially brought for you. Bad reaction. Did I make a mistake? Are these all things she doesn't like? Just a moment of thought, Rua Yan immediately dove into Chongqing. He was pained and unable to catch his breath. Sister, I'm not much different from a normal person now. Are you trying to take my life with this headbutt? Rua Yan cried continuously, apologizing to her senior brother, saying, I was just doubting you were Su Chongqing a moment ago. Rua Yan hugged Su Chongqing, making him shy. It wasn't impossible, perhaps I could. No, Su Chongqing can't care for her like that, and he definitely can't pay such close attention to meals. Sigh, initially wanting to get to know her a bit more to build goodwill before revealing my identity, why is it backfiring now? In her heart, does the Grand Senior Brother mean nothing? Doing good deeds but not getting credit feels so tragic. Su Chongqing coughed a few times and changed the subject. Cough cough, let's eat first. Being hungry isn't good for your health. Su Chongqing fed a piece of shrimp to this girl. As soon as she swallowed it, Rua Yan suddenly remembered something. She recalled her difficult past, when an old woman fed her leftover food. Senior Brother, are these all leftovers from someone else? What? How could they be leftovers? This is food that senior brother personally took from the dining hall of the Michelin-starred Sect restaurant. Right, this little girl had suffered quite a bit in the past. Well then, it's still hot, have another piece. Rua Yan junior sister, if you stay in the sect, there will be no future for you. How about returning to the mortal world with senior brother? I'm not boasting, I do have some influence in the mortal world. When that time comes, you can stay at my home, eat well, dress nicely, go wherever you want, and live freely without worrying about food and clothing. Getting her to leave the cultivation world and living well like this would prevent her from going dark again. Senior brother, were you sent to drive me away? Hearing this, Chongqing nearly fell over. Sigh, shouldn't this unfortunate child be doubting my feelings for her? Why is she always thinking about being harmed? Sister didn't go. Why say she didn't go? Does she really miss me? Didn't senior brother just say I am very talented? So it turns out it's because of this. Of course, she is talented. She is the future demon lord, with a lineage that awakens all sword Dao evil. Besides Xiao Seiu, who has greater talent than her. But these talents do not follow the righteous path. Moreover, senior brother already knows. There is some conflict between me and grand senior brother. Of course, I know, how could I not? Are you worrying about me, senior brother? Ha, senior brother doesn't need to worry about hurting me while saying nice things for that guy. In the future, I will also protect you, even if I have to sacrifice my life. No, it's precisely because I fear you might think like that. Your life is more important than anything else. Hearing Chongqing's nonsense made this girl fall right away. In your heart, am I that important? Yes, extremely important. If I can count on the future demon lord, who would dare to provoke me anymore? Senior brother. That's right, my previous cultivation method was incorrect. I should still go teach you. First, you should take a look at this sword manual. Entering the path through the sword is your way of cultivation. Entering the path through the sword. Rua Yan held the sword manual in her hand, and immediately a stream of spiritual energy flowed from the book into her head. Chongqing looked at this scene, feeling a sense of déjà vu, a scene he had seen before. The demon lord against the 4 great supremes of Dawei. She sent the 4 supremes to the scoreboard and licked the blood from her hand. Turns out the taste of blood is sweet, just like the taste of shrimp just peeled. Shortly after, she died from exhaustion. Hopefully this time she won't follow the path of evil leading to such an end. Of course, it would be even better if I could ride on her coattails. Senior brother, I think I can cultivate now. Wow, has there already been a breakthrough? Can natural talent clearly define the method? Don't you feel guilty about my 10 years of hard cultivation? Not bad, remember to practice diligently these days, don't be lazy, I will come to visit you next time. As he turned to leave, she suddenly grabbed Chongqing's sleeve and asked, when will you come next time, senior brother? I will prepare well. I am still not very clear about this. The most important thing for you is practicing swordsmanship. What do you need to prepare for? I still have to see when that person will let me go. Alright then. At the moment Xiao Seiu broke through, I received the by Empress skill. Why didn't I have any reaction when Rua Yan broke through? Forget it, if not, then so be it, maybe my innate realm is too low. Rua Yan looked at Chongqing's back and vaguely thought, senior brother, Rua Yan will always wait for you. The scene shifted to Xiao Seiu, who was currently training intensely, so intensely that the residual soul by Chap had to protect her. After achieving some progress in her training, Seiyu asked, using Qi to transform into nothingness, the fish become the emperor, using by Empress to protect myself. It seems that I can summon the phantom of by Empress. Has my by Empress skill progressed a little? Reluctantly, yes. You still don't have a firm grasp on the by Empress skill. If you master it and use it skillfully, you will be able to step on lotus while walking. What is step on lotus while walking? Years ago, the emperor integrated everything into himself, with every movement and breath embodying the majesty of the supreme being. Apart from the emperor, no one else could achieve this. So we will become such people, reaching the peak of the fairy realm, then staying together with Chongqing forever. Right after that, she ran straight to Chongqing's room. Chongqing, I'm here, by Empress's skills have increased another level. As she opened the door, she found no Su Chongqing. It seems he is a bit preoccupied with other matters. Suddenly, Seiu's eyes filled with evil energy. If Su Chongqing returns home late, he'll be in big trouble. At this moment, Chongqing was on his way back, holding 3 bowls of rice. I didn't expect it to take so much time. I hope nothing happened. As he opened the door and walked in, Seiu suddenly aimed a sword at Chongqing's neck and asked, "Chongqing, where have you been? Who did you go out with today?" Chongqing was terrified and said, "I went to gain enlightenment, but this girl isn't listening at all." After saying that, Su Chongqing, you fraud. Su Chongqing realized something was wrong. Immediately after, Seiu raised the sword to her own neck and started crying. "Chongqing, without you, I really will die." "You err, don't be agitated, let me explain." "What else do you want to explain?" "I know your mind is fundamentally not on me." "If that's the case, I won't." "No, you can't, miss. Let me go." "No. You are my only treasure now. If you want to commit suicide, then kill me first, because if you die, I won't be able to live either." "Are you serious?" "Look at my face, with this kind of prestige, how could I not be serious?" Hearing Su Chongqing's exaggerated words, Seiyu believed him completely. Just as people say, sincerity is the ultimate key. Right now, the most urgent task is to comfort this little girl's feelings. So, Su Chongqing hugged Seiyu, utilizing his trap boy skill. "Be good, darling, if you're good, you will be rewarded." "So what have you done?" "I'm afraid you will be hungry after you exit, so I went to buy food for you. Is that okay?" "That's superficial. If you remembered what I liked to eat, then you wouldn't be treating me superficially." After that, Seiyu was so moved that she hugged Su Chongqing tightly, nearly squeezing him like a Goro. "Miss, please lighten up a bit, my waist is about to break from your grip." "Of course I remember, braised beef with peaches. Who could forget something so strange? This time, let's consider it a misunderstanding. Next time, you are not allowed to use cultivation matters to deceive me anymore." Alright. The residual soul by Chap appeared and said, "He has no strength. You really have cultivated him. Although he is not fully formed yet, that sword intent, once revealed, will definitely not be inferior to any old cultivator who has been in seclusion for hundreds of thousands of years." Having only practiced with Xiao Seiu for a few hours, he was able to comprehend a sword intent of such quality. "Su Chongqing, how horrifying are you really?" "Chongqing, tonight I want to spar with you for 20 rounds. "Spar with me about what?" While standing, the residual soul by Chap suddenly took Seiyu to cultivate. "Seiyu, don't waste time anymore, we still need to put in more effort." The scene shifts to the morning of the next day. At this time, Su Chongqing had written all night. Fortunately, last night by Chap suddenly became interested, saying he wanted to give up lust and took Xiao Seiyu to cultivate instead. The Wanta sword manship was revised all night, and now it has almost become a completely new sword manual. I wonder if Rua Yan can practice it. Suddenly, a disciple came to report, "Grand Senior Brother, Grand Elder wants to see you." "Grand Elder? What does he want from me? What is the reason for Grand Elder's visit today?" The old man turned around and saw Chongqing filled with sword chi, and he was scared out of his wits. Why was Grand Elder so astonished? Could it be that he discovered something? Nothing, just came to ask if you need anything else." "What is that sword intent about?" After just a few days, he has matured again. "Thank you for Grand Elder's concern, but everything is still the same, nothing needs attention." Why does Su Chongqing look like he doesn't even realize he has sword intent on him? With his personality, even if he doesn't intentionally show off, he should be proud. No way, I need to find a topic to divert his attention, to make this old man stop staring at me. Right, since Grand Elder is here, I spent 3 hours last night rewriting a sword manship. Could you please help me check what level it is? Su Chongqing, how could this clueless kid write a sword manship? It's just the content of the Accede sect. If the quality is too difficult to hear, I hope the Grand Elder won't be angry. Anyway, it's the first time drafting swordsmanship, and having a low standard is normal. Cultivation cannot be achieved in just a few tries. What more can be said? This is only less than 3 hours, even if you, Su Chongqing, are a genius, so what? A genius is not omnipotent. As soon as he opened the book, the Grand Elder was shocked. Is this really the swordsmanship you spent 3 hours writing? What does that mean? Looking at his expression, could it be that the quality is too poor? Does he feel that spending 3 hours to write this is too much? Feeling like he might be criticized, Chongqing quickly said, not really, it might be a little less. Just casually writing it wouldn't take 3 hours, it only took 3 minutes. I guess my skills are too lacking. Hearing Chongqing's words, the elder was even more alarmed. A little less? My goodness, you're something other than human. I have been part of the Axeed sect for over 500 years and have seen thousands of swordsmanship. The skills of the cultivating immortals world are categorized into 4 levels based on strength: heavenly, earthly, mysterious, and yellow. The swordsmanship in front of me, although it is just from the Axeed sect, if completed, could be used to establish a new faction and it would not be too much. The old man sighed and thought to himself, what virtue and talent do I have to draw a conclusion for this swordsmanship? Seeing him sigh, Chongqing felt worried. Was it really necessary to sigh like that? Just a genius like this, why pretend for decades? And why at the moment of bringing Xiao Seiu back would he reveal himself? I know, it must be because of her. Seiu is mine. If you little mice dare to play tricks behind my back your whole life, have you thought about the price to pay for becoming my enemy? The Grand Assembly has stirred up such great waves, and now they give me a swordsmanship manual that makes others wary. It's all to establish authority, warning me not to act during Xiao Seiyu's cultivation. Master, you truly have a keen eye. The Supreme Sword Sect can have a talent like this, I won't have to worry anymore in the future. Grand Elder, what do you think? What do you mean? Chongqing, I have no way to judge what level this sword manual is, just keep it well. Farewell. Can't judge. My sword manual, could it be that it's not even as good as royal rank? Could it be that someone like Chong Sun Qing feels bitter? As the old man left, Seiyu arrived. You heir, have you finished your training? Why do you seem a bit down? Chongqing, if we could sleep together tonight, then naturally my mood would be better. Then everything I practiced wouldn't be seen by you. While they were fondly embracing, a sudden loud noise came from outside. Chongqing, where did that sound come from? It's the treasure pavilion, it's time for the monthly activation. Seiyu curiously asked, treasure pavilion? Where is that? Seeing Seiyu's lack of knowledge and experience, Chongqing decided to enlighten her. That's the most valuable place in the Supreme Sword Sect. The treasure pavilion is divided into scripture pavilion, sword pavilion, and elixir pavilion. Supreme skills, rare weapons, and earthly treasures are all there. At the start of every month, a bell rings to notify the disciples in the sect to come. Sensing a promising opportunity, the residual soul by Chap appeared and said, you heir, the treasure we want is definitely there. That's right, Chongqing can't delay any longer. Let's go see it together. Suddenly, the skill of seeing Chongqing's script preview surfaced again. Is the plot starting over? Strange, why are there no images? It was clearly not like this before. Is it Xiao Seiyu this time? Could it be her? System, don't mess with me like this, the old lady is here. Seeing Chongqing looking dejected and distressed, Seiyu asked, Chongqing, what's wrong? Chongqing gathered all his courage to say, you heir, maybe we should. Before Chongqing could finish, Seiyu, filled with evil energy, asked back, what's wrong? Don't you want to go with me? Why wouldn't I want to go with you? It's just that the treasure pavilion has 9 levels, and only the highest ranking individuals in the sect can access the 9th level. The inside sect disciples can only enter the 4th level at most. The master thinks that it's better to improve ourselves first before casually going in, then we can go directly to the highest level. Achieve the goals as soon as possible. She sees it correctly, right? Listening to Chongqing's nonsense, Seiyu believes it wholeheartedly. I didn't expect Chongqing to think so much about our future. By Chap, I must go train. I will definitely not let Chongqing down. Phew, finally deceived him. Let's see what that little demon is up to. At this moment, a group of disciples was flocking to the treasure pavilion. When Chongqing approached Rua Yan, he saw her looking up at the sky. What are you looking at? Senior brother, is today the day that the treasure pavilion opens once a month? Yes, have you been there before? Not yet. With my status, how could I be worthy of going there? Haha, useless people cannot. Even cultivators want to go to the treasure pavilion. That's right, the grand senior brother would throw trash, and it would be you. Still dreaming. Hearing the nonsensical gossip, she couldn't help but feel sad. It's all because of Su Chongqing. He is insidious, cunning, perverted, a hentai beast, everything is his conspiracy. I will definitely chop him into 1,000 pieces. Hearing this, Su Chongqing was also frightened. The treasure pavilion has its own rules. For disciples not of the same realm, the privileges granted are different. Can't we not blame everything on Su Chongqing? Senior brother is defending Su Chongqing, isn't he? Su Chongqing insisted, no, what I mean is that Su Chongqing has committed terrible crimes, it doesn't need to be said, that is the truth. I know, senior brother cannot speak for that trash Su Chongqing. If Xiao Seiu is a sensitive and vigilant cat, then Rua Yan is a wild rabbit pretending to be gentle, but the rabbit also knows how to bite. Sigh, these heavens chosen ones. Senior brother, can I go to the scripture pavilion? It's fine, I'm just asking. Right now I'm practicing swordmanship quite well, so I won't be a bother to senior brother. Suddenly, Su Chongqing's foresight skill activated. What if there are no suitable spiritual principles for you? You don't believe you can't create your own spiritual principles. After speaking, she channeled her spiritual energy and created the Emperor Spear Great Tribulation spiritual principles herself, and her eyes also recovered. Su Chongqing, you really like pretending to be a good person to deceive me. If you enjoy being around me so much, then be my dog. Su Chongqing cried out, damn, are you all crazy? If you have grievances, just report them, why not just kill me already? Each one of you wants to play silly games. Of course, it's not difficult. Cultivating the Tao is primarily about nurturing the heart. Moreover, senior brother's swordsmanship level is quite ordinary. Let's go, we are going to the scripture pavilion now. When Rua Yan saw Su Chongqing like this, she was taken aback. Clearly, she was the useless person, yet senior brother was so gentle, afraid that she wouldn't be happy. Senior brother was indeed very considerate. Alas, she just hoped that the infamous Su Chongqing wouldn't make anyone dare to talk to her, to avoid being exposed. A moment later at the scripture pavilion, Su Chongqing and Rua Yan finally entered. The group of disciples saw this and began to wonder, hey, hasn't he never been here before? Who is that woman behind him? Could she be a new disciple who has just acceded to the sect? She doesn't seem like one. Seeing many people gossiping, Rua Yan was scared and grabbed Chongqing's sleeve. Don't worry, fortunately, due to the notorious reputation of the demon king Su Chongqing, ordinary disciples didn't dare to speak to her, avoiding the risk of exposure. Chongqing walked to the ticket registration place and said, please help me register, I want to go to the 9th floor. Upon seeing Su Chongqing, the ticket inspector immediately stood up, clasped his hands, and said, greetings, great master. Suspecting he was about to expose himself, Su Chongqing interrupted, why the formalities? We are all disciples of the Supreme Sword Sect, just call me senior brother. What is grand senior brother saying? Did he eat something wrong? Indeed, senior brother is not an ordinary person, people even want to call him great master. Luckily, I reacted quickly, if the last word slipped out, I could have declared my untimely death. Senior brother has already registered you. Who is that behind you? Rua Yan, who is identified as a servant disciple. That's all they needed to hear, and they began to gossip. A servant disciple is coming to the scripture pavilion too. Rua Yan. Isn't she the servant that grand senior brother brought back? How can a servant understand profound spiritual principles? No wonder grand senior brother ignores her. Seeing Rua Yan's spirit about to fade, he took her hand and said, she is my disciple. The scripture pavilion has clear rules, disciples are entitled to follow their master once a month. Is there a problem? No, no problem, of course, there is no problem. Are you stupid? You could have just said she is following me. Let's go, don't mind them. As he was about to enter the teleportation gate, Chongqing suddenly turned around and said to his disciples, in this society, dogs look down on people. Since when did Grand Senior Brother have such a demeanor? That doesn't matter, what's important is that the useless person has truly become Grand Senior Brother's disciple now. The scene shifts to the 8th floor of the scripture pavilion. The first 8 floors can be accessed through the teleportation array. The 9th floor holds valuable scriptures that require climbing up. Are you okay? It's nothing, I just feel that having Senior Brother here is really comforting. With Senior Brother around, I feel that defeating Chongqing is no longer a pipe dream. Haha, as long as you're happy. Suddenly, an old man appeared and shouted loudly, what are you doing here? Damn it, it's the law enforcement hall master, Wu Wan. Wu Wan looked at Chongqing with a puzzled expression. Strange, didn't Chongqing look down on this girl? Why are the two of them together at the scripture pavilion today? Could it be true what Chang Sun Qing said, that Chongqing has changed? The Wu Hall master has always disliked the peak-level antagonist Chongqing. Every time they meet, he addresses him formally. He should be a bit more careful so he doesn't get exposed. When Hall Master Wu Wan came here, it was because our disciple wanted to choose a spiritual principle to cultivate. Chongqing has really taken Rua Yan as a disciple, so he is searching, right? Higher-level spiritual principles might be challenging for an ordinary talented disciple. Hall Master, you do not understand my disciple, we want to reach the 9th level. The 9th level? Are you dreaming? Is that how you teach others? This girl does not have enough talent, forcing her to cultivate higher-level spiritual principles will lead to overexertion. I know. Chongqing indeed has not changed, he certainly wants Rua Yan to overdo it to eliminate the burden. Seeing that the old man seemed skeptical, Chongqing added a few words for credibility, no need to say much. The entrance to the 9th level has restrictions set by the old ancestor. Are you so reckless as to not fear involving your disciple? As Chongqing approached the entrance to the 9th level, a luxurious golden restriction appeared. What is this? Those who show disrespect to the scripture pavilion will be lightly expelled by the restriction and severely knocked away, injuring themselves. I advise you to withdraw while you can to avoid losing face. But you are Chongqing. He touched the restriction, and a multitude of sword intents surrounded him. The old man standing beside him nearly lost control. Sword intent. Can it really counter the restriction set by the old ancestor? Such a superior sword intent, how could Chongqing possibly cultivate it? After Chongqing broke the restriction of the old ancestor, an old man suddenly appeared behind the hall master. Although aware that he possesses sword intent for protection, he did not refute the master during questioning, as if he had no idea he had sword intent. What brings you here, Supreme Elder? The old man squinted with a smile and clapped his hands, so humble, so graceful, truly too graceful indeed. Isn't it already in? The restriction set by the old ancestor isn't that formidable. Senior Brother, are we really okay coming in like this? Don't worry, there's no need to be anxious, let Junior Sister choose a more important skill. Thank you, Senior Brother. This is the 9th floor of the scripture pavilion. These high-level skills rest quietly on the shelves, yet they still exert pressure on people. However, it seems Senior Brother is unaffected at all. Wait a moment. Am I really seeing things or is my eyesight getting worse? I always feel like there's someone darting past behind Senior Brother. Tianhua Shen, Spiritual Principles, Enhancing Tao Heart Spells. When cultivating to great achievement, one can make their consciousness stop the illusion and transform into an external body to fight together. After cultivating the spiritual principles of illusion and truth, one may become more sensitive to the emotions of love and desire than others. Upon achieving great success, one can make the opponent feel embarrassed and lose their fighting spirit. Note that Chiu Gu Supreme once used these spiritual principles to defeat the old enemy, Vong Tam Fairy, at the celestial competition. Currently, the two have become Tao partners and live a very happy life. These spiritual principles were gifted to the Supreme Sword Sect. Chongqing is speechless. Damn it, I came for the spiritual principles, not to be a third wheel. Senior Brother, what is this? It says all realms can be trained on it. Let me take a look. After reading, Chongqing immediately felt embarrassed. Senior Brother, is this skill really powerful? Why did your face suddenly turn red? This skill is not good, it's easy to overdo it. Remember, not all skills are good. The person who wrote this skill is a jerk. Understood. Spiritual principles in this place are mostly for orthodox monks. Rua Yan is a naturally born demon lord. Finding suitable spiritual principles is not easy at all. Rua Yan, are you being honest with me? Does this place have an aura that feels very familiar or brings you a sense of peace? Recalling the past, Master, why do I feel such hatred for the skills of the Supreme Sword Sect? It feels like fire and water cannot coexist. Am I more suited to being a demon cultivator instead? Rua Yan, this is the Supreme Sword Sect. Do not speak about this to anyone, they will not accept you. Grandmother, senior brother is a good person, I cannot deceive him. No. You feel a bit uncomfortable and somewhat fearful. Don't be afraid, I will definitely find suitable spiritual principles for you. I knew it. I should still skillfully cultivate the spiritual principles of the Emperor Spear Great Tribulation so she doesn't cause trouble for me when she realizes it herself. Senior brother unexpectedly is not surprised and even says he wants to find the right skills for me. Does he really care about me? No matter how I am, he doesn't mind. She suddenly hugged Chongqing. Senior brother, thank you. What's wrong? Why the sudden thanks? Apart from the time I was slashed by a sword, I had never seen her so happy. It's nothing, if we don't have any gains, let's go home. Rua Yan's clothes are a bit dirty and need to be washed. As they stepped out of the scripture pavilion, someone spotted them and was shocked. Su Chongqing and Rua Yan. Why are they both appearing together at the scripture pavilion, laughing and talking like that? The blonde guy was the great-grandson of the Grand Elder, named Lu Zhuo. I get it now, Su Chongqing must be looking for toys to play with again, intentionally putting on a show. Grand Uncle Ancestor has always wanted to kill Su Chongqing. This way, Su Hua the senior brother can easily become the Grand Senior Brother. Help, I should tell Grand Uncle Ancestor about this, wouldn't it be a good reason to deal with him? Scene switches to the Grand Elder, who was still in shock. I never expected Su Chongqing to be such a genius, casually writing out an Earth-level skill. Clearly possessing such talent, yet he did not compete for greater potential and opportunities for himself, but returned to the Supreme Sword Sect. It's my fault for being blind, I was actually going to expel Su Chongqing from the Sword Sect, I almost became the sinner of the Supreme Sword Sect. A moment later, the Master also arrived to inquire. Grand Elder, I heard that you went to find our disciple this morning. You have made things difficult for Chongqing multiple times. What are you really dissatisfied with the boy? Ah, I am not dissatisfied with him. The person who is dissatisfied is you, Xiao Yuning. Clearly you know your disciple is extraordinary, yet you hide it. What selfish motives do you have? Suddenly, the young man Lu Zhuo approached from afar. Grand Uncle Ancestor, I have met the Master. This is great, the Master is also here. The Master of Su Chongqing has not taught his disciple well, and it is just the right moment for Grand Uncle Ancestor to catch them all in one net, a joyful encounter. Grand Elder, disciple Lu Zhuo today accuses Su Chongqing of intentionally being rude to the female disciple servant outside the sect, touching each other's backs inappropriately. Both the Master and Grand Elder were surprised to hear this. Is that true? Is this information accurate? The boy with golden hair Lu Zhuo raised his fist triumphantly. Of course it's true. Today, when the disciple entered the scripture pavilion to improve his cultivation, I saw Su Chongqing actually bring that detestable servant Rua Yan from outside the sect into the scripture pavilion. The golden-haired boy raised his finger at the Grand Elder, chatting away. Grand Uncle Ancestor, according to the rules of the Supreme Sword Sect, servants fundamentally have no right to enter the treasure pavilion. Even though Rua Yan is a disciple of Su Chongqing, they should still be punished for their contemptuous behavior towards the sect rules. Chongqing's attitude toward Rua Yan has always been one of disregard. Today, he actively led her into the inner sect. Could it be that he wants to redeem himself and rekindle old feelings with her? The Master over here, upon hearing Lu Zhuo's words, was also infuriated. But Rua Yan has no talent whatsoever. I can't believe she has begun to indulge herself and flirt around. It seems like the Master needs to personally discipline her. Su Chongqing's eyes cannot be judged by normal logic. Xiao Seiu is the best evidence of that. Coupled with his unique dual cultivation method, Rua Yan must have a natural gift for cultivation. Lu Zhuo bowed his head, obedient on the outside, but scheming inside. Lu Zhuo requests the sect to punish Su Chongqing and expel him from the Supreme Sword Sect. Even if Xiao Yuning is the master, he should not break the sect rules. As long as I help my family remove the thorn in their side, I will have succeeded halfway. As soon as he finished speaking, the old man Grand Elder threw a punch. The golden-haired boy grimaced, sent flying 500 meters in a position that couldn't look any more ridiculous. He clutched his swollen cheek and shouted, "Master, even if Su Chongqing is your disciple, you shouldn't favor him like this. Shut your mouth, this has nothing to do with the master, it's me. Today, I'll teach you a lesson, you white-eyed wolf. Grand Uncle Ancestor, this isn't right." The old man looked at his trembling fist and thought, maybe the punch wasn't painful enough. Rua Yan might be the third genius of the celestial-level sword body. You actually wanted to drive her away, that's a sure way to ruin the future of the Supreme Sword Sect. The woman master stepped in to add a few more humorous remarks. Plotting against fellow disciples, spreading rumors, revoking your outside sect disciple status, you're meant to serve and contribute to the sect, starting from the beginning. On what basis? Aren't you leaving yet? The kid left crying. Yes, Grand Uncle Ancestor. To protect Su Chongqing and a disciple servant, he voluntarily gave up his identity as an outside sect disciple. Just wait, in the sect competition in half a month, I will definitely cripple that Rua Yan and see what you have to say. Turning back this way, the old couple were sharing some intimate moments. Grand Elder, why do you seem like a different person? Master, don't make fun of me. If you had told me at the beginning about his talent, I definitely wouldn't have done anything to him. What exactly did Chongqing do to make Chong Sun Qing believe in him so much? At this moment, the young man Wu Wen stepped forward to report, "Greetings, Master." Wu Wen Hall Master, is your visit also because of Su Chongqing? That's correct. Today at the Scripture Pavilion, I encountered Su Chongqing and his newly accepted disciple. Well, not really newly accepted, but I felt it necessary to report. The master held his head in exhaustion. Is it possible that Wu Wen Hall Master also wants to accuse Su Chongqing of attempting to expel him from the sect due to a conflict between men and women? You jest, Master. I came to congratulate you. The Supreme Sword Sect has gained 2 more disciples qualified to enter the 9th level of the Scripture Pavilion. After listening, both were taken aback in surprise. What did you just say? Could it be that you are under the influence of drugs? Rua Yan is protected by Su Chongqing, gaining some advantages, but entering the 9th level is a reality. Remembering back in the day, when the master entered the 9th level, the restriction power caused pain as if 1,000 arrows pierced through the heart, and her bra was torn apart. Su Chongqing protects an outsider, yet they can still pass through. How patient must he be? She then happily said while turning to walk away. Let's go, I want to see which skill instruction books they borrow. Transitioning to the Scripture Pavilion. A dark-eyed guy along with a bald old man descended from the heavens. Xiao Master, from the Tianqing Holy Land Wang Lin Hai, and old friend Xie, from the heavenly secret Holy Land Tianzhu, come to pay a visit. They greeted with clasped hands, saying, "Please allow us to enter the 9th level to borrow the Tianqing ancient tome and the heavenly secret scripture." Since the Tianqing Holy Land and the heavenly secret Holy Land come to make friends with the Supreme Sword Sect, you may proceed together. Taking a step, they noticed a restriction talisman on the door that sent shivers down their spines. Ah, the Supreme Elder just arrived, his residual spiritual energy is still here? Yes, the Supreme Elder has indeed been here. Senior Xian still loves books like life itself. Every time I come here, the pressure from the many books inside overwhelms me a bit. Only Senior Xian's cultivation can freely come and go. The master raised his hand to create a red sphere of spiritual energy. Let's go. The group stepped in and suddenly felt something strange inside. Why is the pressure from these ancient books so much weaker today? The bald man began to speak. The highest secret technique here has reached the immortal level. Who could they possibly submit to who has been here? Could it be an immortal emperor descending? Everyone was amazed and spoke in unison. Just now, only he came here. They surely knew that he was our Su Chongqing. Impossible, even if Su Chongqing has immortal techniques, to cultivate to manifest the illusion of an immortal emperor would at least take 1,000 years, it cannot be possible. The master stared thoughtfully at the bookshelf, wondering which skill that kid had taken. Suddenly, she blushed and shyly said, "This little guy. What's going on? What skill did he borrow?" Did Su Chongqing go through so much effort just to borrow a skill related to pleasure? Wang Linhai clapped his hands happily, saying, "So, Su Chongqing teaches his disciples not by traditional teaching, but by dual cultivation. It turns out to be true." On this side, the old man Grand Elder was sweating in fear upon seeing the angry girl break a piece of wood. "Su Chongqing, you are something else." The scene shifts to Chongqing. He sneezes, and a voice from somewhere asks, "Senior brother caught a cold?" "I'm fine, someone must be talking about me." Xiao Seiu is in seclusion for cultivation, Rua Yan is taking a bath, everything is perfect, it's time for me to go ahead. Inside the bathroom, Rua Yan, bare and exposing her ample chest, blushed at the thought of the spiritual principles from earlier. "Junior sister, would you like to dual cultivate with me?" "Oh dear," Rua Yan, being shy, quickly submerged herself in the water. "No, no, senior brother is indeed right, this skill can easily be overdone." Rua Yan stepped out in a sheer dress with flawless white thighs, not to mention her ample chest. "Senior brother, I'm done with my bath." Suddenly, our Su Chongqing tossed her a wooden sword instead of a meat sword. Su Chongqing held a stick to fight back. "I'm here to check the results of your swordsmanship training." She picked up the sword and unexpectedly asked, "This wooden sword? Isn't it supposed to be another sword?" "Right. We specifically prepared 2 wooden swords to avoid injuring you." Using wooden swords to prevent her from being too ruthless, one swing could end me. Rua Yan's eyes lit up along with her blushing cheeks. Senior brother is truly impressive, he proactively changed weapons to avoid injuring me. Immediately, Rua Yan planted her feet and stood in an Avenger's pose. "I can't let senior brother down, I must do my best to be worthy of his dedication and hard work." Rua Yan's gaze radiated seriousness as she wanted to connect Chongqing directly to her brain. "Hey, why are you suddenly so enthusiastic? We're just having a friendly exchange, you need to know when to stop." "What is Rua Yan doing? Are you planning to stab me?" Before the sword that seemed to want to pierce Rua Yan, Su Chongqing summoned a wave of spiritual energy surrounding himself. Su Chongqing flew up to block the attack and said, "Junior sister, haven't you used all your strength yet?" Indeed, after all, she just started, she couldn't possibly use the killer move of the Demon Lord. Rua Yan blushed and shyly apologized, fearing she would disappoint Chongqing. Chongqing swung the sword with a beautiful arc, sending Rua Yan flying and shouted, "Do it again." Rua Yan landed in an attacking position, chest forward, buttocks defensive, ready to deliver a painful blow to Su Chongqing. In the blink of an eye, before he could understand what was happening, Rua Yan disappeared right in front of Su Chongqing. Rua Yan teleported behind Su Chongqing with a gaze full of evil energy. "He, surprise motherfucker." The two exchanged looks filled with sorrow. Su Chongqing struck again with a beautiful attack, catching Rua Yan off guard as he performed a yoga pose to dodge the blow. Both vanished, engaging in a PK so rapidly that only sounds of clashing could be heard throughout the courtyard. At the same time, outside the door, the master's group happened upon the scene, surprised by the affectionate display of the two. Am I seeing this wrong? Are they expressing love by fighting? It looks normal, but in reality, the sword energy penetrates deep into the ground, and both sides are using lethal moves. If it weren't for their sword intent blocking the attacks, they would have been turned to dust by now. The old man, the Grand Elder, was bewildered, his eyes rolling back. The swordmanship that Rua Yan is using is not. His eyes returned to normal, but his mouth fell open. The swordmanship he told me to read? How could Rua Yan comprehend sword intent in just a few days? Master, Su Chongqing is indeed a genius. Among 100,000 cultivators, there is usually only one genius who comprehends sword intent, yet there are two right here. Su Chongqing is truly the light of our faction. The master girl wondered why they didn't use the spirit sword in the duel. The bald man intended to smooth his hair but, having none, could only stroke his beard and sigh. Indeed, if it were a true duel, obviously the spirit sword would be better. A wooden sword simply cannot emit sword intent as strong as that. The Grand Elder, who had hair but no beard, also stroked his beard in agreement. It must be because Chongqing is afraid the sword intent could harm others during the duel, which is why he deliberately used a wooden sword. Such thoughtfulness is commendable, truly magnificent. Both the bald man and the black-eyed one broke into a sweat, sharing the same thought. Is Su Chongqing really such a person? Isn't Rua Yan also a person with talent for cultivation? Why has she suddenly changed so dramatically? The Grand Elder, with his hand on his chin, made a statement that made both men feel embarrassed. Did the master forget? Su Chongqing possesses an exceptional dual cultivation physique. Even if he cultivates for just a short while in one night, it's no surprise if he's brought into the cultivating immortals world by Su Chongqing. That's right, I forgot my disciple has such talent. The bald man with bright black eyes expressed a desire for a PK exchange. Master, this year I propose that the disciples of the Supreme Sword Sect have an exchange with our Holy Land first. That's right, and we also have our heavenly secret Holy Land. The Grand Elder angrily pointed at the bald man and the bright eyes. Humph, last year your disciples showed hostility towards our Supreme Sword Sect. Why do you want to compete first this year? Isn't this because the disciples can gain more knowledge from Chongqing? The master replied with a smile. If it's a discussion, we can notify the other holy lands to join the exchange. Thank you, master. Chongqing, you have changed now, but the outside world still has misunderstandings about you, so you absolutely should not miss any opportunity to prove yourself to the outside world. On this side, after a round of PK, Chongqing praised Rua Yan for doing well and planned to reward her with another match. Rua Yan was dripping with sweat and panting. Thank you, senior brother. Suddenly, Chongqing pointed at her revealing outfit and said, do you always dress like this? Rua Yan placed her hand over her chest, feeling shy. Is it that I'm too sloppy? This outfit is relatively simple. If it's too flashy, it will be easily criticized. It is clear that such a beautiful young lady does not dare to dress up. Su Chongqing is truly blind, beautiful. Truly beautiful. Hearing this, Rua Yan immediately felt her cheeks flush with embarrassment. Su Chongqing placed his hand on his chest, on Rua Yan's shoulder and said, that's right, you are so beautiful, yet you only dress like a poor nun. I can't bear to see it anymore, senior brother. Even the old lady had never praised her like that. Just as she turned her soul around, she let another soul in. Please, senior brother, don't say any more. When she was with Xiao Seiu, she had to be anxious and fearful, but with Rua Yan, it was the opposite, always making her feel relaxed. Now that you have reached the celestial realm, once you ascend to become an outside sect disciple, your attire will change as well, no need to be careful about every little thing anymore. It's not that I don't have other clothes, it's just that they are tighter now and I can't wear them. Tighter? Then Rua Yan looked at her enormous chest, stammering. Oh, well. Chongqing also cleared his throat and turned away. Ahem, it's okay. Later, just have someone bring a few sets of clothes that fit. Immediately, Rua Yan hugged Chongqing, pressing her chest against his back. Rua Yan, what do you mean? Muoi knows the feelings of senior brother towards her, but it's not allowed. Su Chongqing was startled and turned back to ask. Not allowed, means what? Rua Yan immediately covered her face with her hands, laughing while saying, years ago, when Su Chongqing pulled me out of that place, I had already made up my mind for a lifetime. It's a pity he didn't accept it and even discarded me like a worn-out shoe. Senior brother, I have long sworn in my heart that when I personally cut down Su Chongqing, I will commit suicide to be with him. Honestly, was I planning to wait for a big chance to come? As soon as she finished speaking, Su Chongqing gave Rua Yan a light tap on the head. Are you stupid? Just honestly go and practice swordsmanship. Rua Yan held her head in thought. Senior brother is right, I heard that recently Su Chongqing has been breaking and rebuilding, coming back whole. If I don't work hard, what revenge can I seek? I will definitely train diligently, absolutely not letting senior brother's feelings down. Su Chongqing felt helpless thinking about Rua Yan. Sigh, I originally thought Rua Yan was a healing type, but unexpectedly she is a depressive type. Xiao Seiu has been very unusual already, but she is even more unusual. Suddenly, Rua Yan clutched her stomach and chest in pain and shouted, "Senior brother, I'm in so much pain." "Rua Yan, are you okay?" A huge wave of spiritual energy was emitted from Rua Yan, sending Chongqing flying along with a piercing scream. "Ah, is this the talent of the heaven's chosen one? Just a few flicks and a breakthrough." Immediately, Rua Yan soared up like a superhero, her eyes shining brightly. "Senior brother, I think my vision is clearing up." Su Chongqing panicked, "Oh no. I never expected Shen Rua Yan would not only break through to the celestial middle stage but also comprehend sword heart intelligence. Sword heart intelligence is a state of non-spirit that appears after understanding sword intent. Ordinary people might not comprehend it their entire lives. Su Chongqing hurriedly flew up, intending to escape, or he would be finished. The most important thing is the state of intelligent sword intent. Shen Rua Yan can restore her vision in an instant. If she sees my face clearly, I'm done for. Rua Yan, close your eyes. Senior brother, where are you? The duration of sword heart intelligence is very brief, don't waste any time. Okay, I will. Just as she finished speaking, she clasped her hands together and began to cultivate her energy. Go and feel the spiritual energy, think about why you are cultivating. Senior brother, don't worry. I will definitely not let your expectations down. The Chongqing side has safely landed the Avenger. To be cautious, it's better to avoid it for now. After a few days, we will come back. Suddenly, in front of Su Chongqing, a letter from the master flew in, causing Su Chongqing to sweat profusely. The disciple wishes to interact and discuss with various holy lands and wants me to compete. Master, you aren't trying to set me up, are you? You want others to fight me? The scene shifts to the evening at Seiyu's place. At this moment, Seiyu and the residual soul by Chap are naked, soaking in a bathtub. Today, I didn't see much progress in sword skills, Seiyu said, feeling embarrassed and sinking under the water. You have already put in a lot of effort, Bai Chap replied. That's right, a lot of effort. If it weren't for wanting to meet him from time to time, it would be even better. I haven't. The residual soul by Chap frowned and reproached, if you continue to be half-hearted like this, I'm afraid Chongqing Sr. will pay more attention to other talented individuals. Seiyu covered her prominent features with her hands, loudly arguing, Master, you speak as if Chongqing is only interested in me because he wants to rely on my talents. She turned her face shyly and continued, clearly, Chongqing is just simply infatuated with me. Are you really not suspicious at all? Why doesn't Su Chongqing directly help me obtain the elixirs to enhance my physical prowess, and why does he not persist with me but instead go rest? The residual soul by Chap depicted the scene of the two of them cultivating together naked, saying, dual cultivating is one of the top methods, you know. Although I only need half a month to refine Qi to reach the perfected stage and be honored as the best in the Dawei Empire, in my eyes, it is still very slow. Perhaps teacher Chongqing is concerned about your physical condition, fearing you can't bear it, or worried about his own lack of knowledge regarding dual cultivation, intending to practice first. The residual soul by Chap replied with a dangerous expression. Or maybe, as long as one is cultivating immortals, without exception, mundane feelings will fade over time. If he is so deeply attached to you heir, how could he let go of me so easily? From outside came Chongqing's voice. You heir, are you out now? She joyfully exclaimed. Chongqing. Immediately she stood up, exposing sensitive parts that had been covered. Do you need something from me? I'm coming out right away. No need, I just came to visit you. Tonight I have something to do, so I must stay in the study busy all night. You should rest a little earlier, don't exhaust yourself, forcing yourself is not good for your practice. But in his mind, he thought, currently Xiao Seiu and I are in the same room, it's unlikely anything will happen at night. Maybe I should go to the study to work on Shen Rua Yan's spiritual principles first. Hearing this, Seiyu helplessly made a beep sound. Su Chongqing left, leaving the two young ladies to chat a bit. The fiancé is just a door away without a single piece of clothing, how can one resist? It seems I can already foresee what the two of you will look like after marriage. Seiyu replied, feeling wronged, actually, I know he doesn't want anything to happen with me, but I always feel he is truly special and wouldn't treat me that way. Residual soul by Chap side, I advise you to have fewer expectations of him. After becoming immortal, sexual relationships mean nothing to me. I really worry about you. Seiyu turned her face back with a serious expression. Senior, I will dress properly for tonight and surely prove to you how much he loves me. She brought out the newly sharpened knife, intending to prick it to draw a bit of blood for drinking. And I also want to know what he has been busy with. Hee. The scene shifted to Chongqing in the study. Phew, it was really tough to get through Rua Yan's training. The master has assigned me a new task again, something about a competition of reasoning. Doesn't this mean he wants me dead? Chongqing sat down, staring intently at the strategy paper. I need to resolve the spiritual principles issue of Rua Yan first, in case someone brings it up during the reasoning tournament, and see if there's anything that can help me. Fortunately, my memory isn't bad. I remember that the Great Emperor Devil technique is the spiritual principle of the Demon Emperor, which Rua Yan formed using her power, and it's the source of her becoming the Supreme Demon Lord. The Great Emperor Devil technique of Seiyu uses one's residual soul as a guiding source, releasing one's innate talent to the fullest extent, but it will damage the practitioner's lifespan. Then, he contemplated the future. In order to kill him, Seiyu had ruthlessly slaughtered everyone, not caring if her own lifespan ran out. Fortunately, this time is different. I will definitely do my utmost to rescue Rua Yan. Su Chongqing raised his hand, and immediately spiritual energy appeared around the study. I want to start the principles of spiritual cultivation from the roots, improving it bit by bit into a version that can be practiced without entering the demonic path. Su Chongqing prepared to wave a few strokes, and the spiritual energy surrounded his broom. If I use the concept of by Empress skill as assistance, I might achieve unexpected benefits. Somewhere else, Wang Linhai and his disciple were chatting. Master, let me debate the Tao with Su Chongqing. Listen to him preach the Tao. Yes, that Su Chongqing is just a small person relying entirely on the master. Why should you listen to him? This disciple is Wang Linhai's apprentice, Wang Qingfeng. Suddenly, at the Supreme Sword Sect, thunder rumbled down from the sky. Is this phenomenon coming from the Supreme Sword Sect? Heaven and earth are in harmony, a heavenly skill is being born at the Supreme Sword Sect. Wang Qingfeng, dressed in a duck feather coat, turned pale in shock. What? A heavenly skill? Has Xiao Yunying's strength increased? Wang Linhai placed his hand on his disciple's shoulder and said, no matter what, you must go to this Tao debate at the Supreme Sword Sect. If you don't go, I'll kill you. The scene shifts to Chongqing. At this moment, he had finished scribbling on a piece of paper. Why is there thunder? Is a storm coming? Chongqing stretched and yawned. I'm so tired today, let's just leave it at that. Suddenly, a foot quietly stepped in from the door. It turned out to be Seiyu, wearing a short outfit. Why is it so dark in here? Chongqing, aren't you busy? Seeing Chongqing slumped over the table, she fell silent for a moment. Asleep again in the study, are you really tired or just trying to avoid me? Seiyu picked up a knife, intending to make a small cut on Chongqing's head. Chongqing, just a little more force and your fresh blood will flow out. You will be surprised, desperate, wondering why, and you will painfully remember me. Seiyu, the residual soul by Chap, unexpectedly pointed from behind. You heir, look over there. A book titled Cooperative Thoughts suddenly appeared underneath Chongqing's robe. What is this? Could it be true what Yu heir said? He is afraid that his strong physique may overwhelm Xiao Seiyu, which is why he adamantly refuses to duel cultivate. Seiyu, moved, dropped the knife to the ground. Holding the book in her hands, Seiyu replied, Master, I was not mistaken, Chongqing truly is for me. His concern for me exceeds our imagination. Desire cannot be restrained, while love must be. She hugged the book, her face flushed with embarrassment, he has endured so much hardship. After that, Seiyu carried Chongqing away, leaving behind the residual soul by Chap. You heir, don't jump to conclusions, what if his true realm? Suddenly, a light appeared on the table, surprising the residual soul by Chap. Heart, spiritual principles. Although only a glimpse is revealed now, it is a heavenly grade. If completed, it may approach immortal technique, in fact, it could be the immortal technique. These spiritual principles cannot be written unless they come from the talent of a great emperor, but if he is truly that powerful, why is he so unguarded? The residual soul by Chap reached out to touch something of Chongqing's. No, I must explore Su Chongqing's consciousness to confirm what his realm is. Just as Bai Chap was about to touch it, a protective shield immediately appeared around Chongqing, causing her to exclaim in surprise. Master, what is wrong with you? No, it's nothing, Bai Chap replied, holding her arms. How is it possible? This pressure feels like the Bai Empress herself has descended, warning not to exceed one's limits. At that moment, Su Chongqing gradually woke up. You heir, I love you, Chongqing. Seiyu hurriedly hugged Chongqing and shouted, I'm sorry, I didn't know you had to endure such hardship. From now on, I will listen to you and won't dare to think wildly anymore. I will definitely wait until we are both ready. Su Chongqing didn't understand what was going on but hugged Seiyu back. Okay, let's prepare well and make sure to try our best. Seeing the two, Bai Chap thought, could it be that I was really wrong? Su Chongqing is indeed a rare good man in this world. Scene shifts to the early morning of the next day. At this moment, Chongqing woke up still feeling drowsy about last night's events. Didn't I sleep in the study yesterday? How did I end up in the bedroom? From behind, Seiyu rushed to hug Chongqing and hesitantly spoke. Chongqing, what is this situation? Seiyu showed her embarrassment as she clumsily revealed her vulnerability. Did she really help me to bed last night because she saw me sleeping? That must have been hard. Chongqing ruffled Seiyu's hair, causing her to blush profusely. After that, Chongqing hurriedly left. I need to review the spiritual principles that were revised last night. Although this spiritual principle currently seems like just an ordinary skill, if it gets exposed, it will definitely cause a struggle for the entire Dawei Empire. Anyway, I have remembered everything in my mind, it's still better to be cautious, destroying it would be safer. Chongqing waved his hand and burned all the spiritual principles. The doctrinal conference that the master mentioned will have only holy girls and holy sons attending. While I can hide for now, what if someone discovers my true cultivation? I also need to prepare ahead of time. It's just that Rua Yan has just made progress and cannot assist me for the time being. Otherwise, I would urge you heir to enhance her cultivation quickly to help me unlock the Bai Empress skill. Forget it, it's better to let her stabilize her growth, the future is more important. As soon as he finished speaking, suddenly the paper crane from the master flew over. Master, what's the matter? He held the crane and the master appeared, saying, Chongqing, Tianqing Saint Lord Wang Lin Hai is bringing his direct disciple, Tianqing Holy Son Wang Qingfeng, to visit. Hurry to the Zijin Great Hall. Hearing this, Su Chongqing felt a bit dizzy. Hasn't the conference not started yet? Why is he looking for me already? Transitioning to Zijin Great Hall. At this time, everyone had gathered when the fur-clad Wang Qingfeng spoke up. Xiao Holy Master, Su Chongqing has a bad reputation. If it weren't for my master insisting, I wouldn't even look at him, let alone listen to his teachings. Wang Lin Hai, seeing that his junior was being too reckless, shouted loudly, Traitor, don't you know this opportunity is extremely rare? What we were discussing was supposed to happen in a few days, and this is a violation of Tianzu's promise. Qing Feng's face began to show anger, his aura exuding evil energy. Oh, so what if it's a violation? Just thinking about his appearance makes me want to teach him a lesson already. The Grand Elder on this side could no longer hold back his urge to speak. Qing Feng, I respect your master due to his good relations with the Supreme Sword Sect, otherwise, I would have beaten you to death. But after all, Su Chongqing is your senior, I advise you to hold back. Qing Feng immediately retorted, Chong Sun Senior, didn't you hate Su Chongqing before? Now you suddenly defend him, could it be that the strange phenomenon of the heaven-level skill that appeared yesterday is because of Su Chongqing? The Grand Elder hesitated, unsure how to fill in the blanks, looking up at the master. Wang Lin Hai was itching to smack this disciple but still had to be mindful of everyone. He raised his hands and said, Sorry, master, this traitor of mine practices the heavenly clear method which is extremely violent. After years of cultivation, it's hard to avoid affecting the mind, I hope master won't blame him. At that moment, a loud voice shouted, the grand senior brother is here. Our Chongqing entered with great authority, striding in confidently. Qing Feng emitted an evil energy, raising his fist in challenge to Chongqing. Just in time, let's see who is better. Chongqing maintained a cold demeanor externally, but inside he was in a panic. Who is this guy? He just arrived and is already making a move, surely he won't strike me in front of so many people. Seeing Chongqing's unchanging expression surprised Qing Feng, this high and indifferent gaze. Plus, there's a sword intent flickering around him. He was sweating and swallowing hard. Is Chongqing really different now? Chongqing ignored him, stepping forward to greet everyone. Master, the disciple has arrived late. Xiao Yuning was also present, and he didn't dare to make a move. Chongqing thought that Qing Feng was surprised by Chongqing's good looks. How can this be? You have the same strength as me, yet he ignores you. If it had been before, Chongqing would have fought alongside me to the very end, but today he seems like a different person. Wang Linhai spoke up, nephew, although it is not yet the day of the exchange, my disciple is very eager and wants to interact and learn from you today. What do I have that is worth learning? I don't even know how to teach others. Wang Linhai clapped his hands, smiling as he replied, so modest, truly a role model for the younger generation, loyal and strong, this is really touching. Qing Feng opened his mouth to curse, what does he have that is worth anything, but was immediately silenced by Wang Linhai's raised hand. Shut up, you must follow your senior brother today, otherwise don't call me master. I understand, sir, Qing Feng replied, sweating in fear. Alright, but I have a condition, today you may only call me senior brother and are not allowed to call me by my name. What kind of condition is this? Does he want to show off that he is the senior brother? Qing Feng thought to himself. Alright, I agree. Today, let Qing Feng see what tricks you have up your sleeve. Transitioning to the scene outside the Zijin Great Hall, they were walking and talking. Junior brother, earlier when I came in, it seemed you wanted to take action against me. Why is that? Qing Feng furrowed his brow and shouted. Do you still have the face to talk? Have you forgotten that 5 years ago you hit me? Well, this. Chongqing hesitated to respond. Junior brother, we are all practitioners, and on the path to growth, everyone will face setbacks. I advise you to take a broader perspective and take a step back. There's plenty of space in the sky and the ocean. Enough nonsense. Chongqing, where are we going now? The wild-haired Qing Feng replied. Chongqing turned back and said seriously, Junior brother, have you forgotten our promise? Qing Feng, pretending not to remember, coughed. Senior brother, where are we actually going? Yu is still sleeping, otherwise, let's go visit Rua Yan. Qing Feng, full of question marks, replied. Rua Yan. Aren't they female siblings? Yes, is my fiancé, and Rua Yan is my disciple. Upon hearing this, Qing Feng was enraged, pointing and shouting loudly, you actually have a fiancé and a female disciple, yet here I am, the holy son, with no younger sister at all. How do you have two people like that? Qing Feng was heartbroken, a tender heart, kneeling down and crying. Oh heaven, open your eyes, strike down this scumbag. Suddenly, at that moment, a bolt of yellow lightning struck down. Damn it, you scared me to death. Why is there thunder during the day? Could this strange phenomenon be Rua Yan? That's all, folks. If you want to keep following this story, please click the subscribe button. By the way, don't forget to give a gentle tap on the like button. Thank you for watching until the end. Bye bye, my loves.